Welcome back to Second and Short. It is Wednesday, October 18th, 2023. I'm sitting here with Colin, as per usual, and the AL and NLCS are well underway. We had an interesting weekend in the NFL, and there's no more undefeated teams. The Eagles and the 49ers both go down. No more undefeated teams. The 1972 Dolphins are safe. And a few big games in college football caused a couple of shifts in the rankings that we'll talk about. But before we get into anything, of course, like, subscribe, comment, do everything. Everything that I tell you every single episode that shows that you are interacting with this podcast, do it. Follow everything. Like everything. Comment on everything. Do it. I don't even care what you say. Do whatever you feel. And I'm going to tell you how you feel. You feel great. You love this show, and you're going to show it. So let's get into the announcement. We posted a little teaser, not much of a teaser, just telling you we had an announcement. And it's a scheduling announcement. So we will be trying out a new schedule for episodes. It will now go from Wednesday and Friday to Monday and Friday. So for now, no more Wednesday episodes. And I kind of thought of this more because I think it's going to really improve the listening experience. You'll now be getting our just about instant reaction to all the games from the weekend. College football, NFL. Like, we're going to be recording during Sunday Night Football, so you're going to get some live reactions to that. And, of course, MLB games that happen over the weekend as well. And I just felt that by Wednesday's episode, when we were doing this, everyone was very aware of what had already happened over the weekend. It felt like, I already heard about this on, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Why would I want to hear it again by Wednesday when I'm already kind of looking forward to Thursday Night Football and the start of the next week? So I think that, improves it for the listener. And it also gives me more time during the week to try to make clips, potentially make some content outside of the podcast. So initially, this is going to be a trial run. We want you guys' feedback on this. So feel free to shoot us a DM on any of the social media platforms, or, talk to us personally if you know us, in person. Just because, we want to get the idea of what you guys want. But, with this, we're just trying some things out, trying to see what you guys like better, what we like better, keep a good balance. And we're willing to move it back to Wednesdays if that needs to change. But for now, we're going to try this out for a couple of weeks, see what the people think, and then go on from there. But I think this one is going to be pretty beneficial for the listeners. All right, Colin, anything you have to say about the announcement? Anything about this new schedule that you like?
No, I'm really excited. I think it's gonna be awesome getting the live reactions from the weekend, and I think it's just gonna be helpful for the listeners. They don't, like you said, they don't got to stack up the Wednesday and Friday episodes. You'll now have more of a longer pause.
Yeah, I think it's going to work out well for really everybody in this situation, not just us, but you guys as well. So hopefully you guys enjoy this new schedule. And yeah, just, looking forward to the future of Second and Short. So with that being said, we're going to be talking about NFL Week 6, every single game. We're going to be talking about the MLB Playoffs, which really just the NL and ALCS. I don't want to talk much about Game 4 of the NLDS, but we will bring it up. Not much, not in depth, but we'll bring it up. And then College Football Week 7, AP poll, next week's best games, and we'll round it out with Stake Your Claim. Colin, it is time for NFL Week 6. How are we feeling going in, after this weekend? What's your initial thoughts on the entire weekend itself?
Entire weekend was awesome.
Yeah.
A lot of upsets, a lot of just great games in general in college football and NFL, but specifically NFL. We're gonna break down some really piss poor games and then some thrillers.
Oh yeah, definitely. But there was a theme this week. Injuries, low scoring games, upsets. So I put together a little list of just some notable injuries from just the games this weekend. You had Lane Johnson Kyron Williams, Trevor Lawrence, Christian McCaffrey, Justin Fields, Garrett Wilson, who returned to the game, but also noted that the turf was garbage, in his own words. David Montgomery got hurt again. Ryan Tannehill got hurt. Damian Harris got hurt. That one was bad. Initially, it looks like it's kind of turning around. It looks pretty good now. But just everybody got hurt this week. It was crazy.
Yeah, and that's just a small list because I think I saw about 10 more people that left their game for at least half a quarter and would later return.
Yeah.
But no, it was, let's just say it was a brutal, brutal weekend for fantasy football for all of our users out there.
Definitely. Whether you were on the side of injuries or the low-scoring games or the upsets, honestly, all of those really factored into an interesting week for fantasy owners all around. But let's start off with Thursday Night Football. The Kansas City Chiefs defeat the Denver Broncos 19-8. Just uneventful is kind of the way to sum this one up.
Yeah, like granted, Mahomes threw for over 300 yards and looked like they kept driving down the field, but they just couldn't get in the end zone.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, Denver just doing what Denver does.
Nothing.
They suck. They suck.
Yeah. I kind of thought Kansas City was going to come out a little bit better. I think Kelsey getting, a little banged up didn't help. He had like a huge first half and then not much in the second half, really from this offense in general. A great first half, not much going in the second half, but they got lucky that Denver is just ass.
Yeah, I mean, Russell does what Russell does. 2 picks, only 1 touchdown, only threw for 95 yards.
That's crazy. On 13 completions.
That is horrible.
Yeah.
I was happy to see Javonte Williams back in the lineup. 10 carries for 52 yards. I'll take that for first week back.
Oh, yeah.
That's great.
And Cortland Sutton finally doing something, scoring a touchdown here. The only guy with more than 16 yards on this team. Off
a ridiculous catch.
Yes.
That was nasty catch.
Nasty. But I will, give the props to the defense in this game on both sides. It was good defense. I'll give them that. Though the final score looks like, Iowa, Wisconsin from this weekend. It was, a good defensive game, but just the offense, for Denver being nothing and the Chiefs just not being as efficient as we're used to with the Chiefs offense.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just weird. Mahomes just looked like he didn't really have it. Like the O-line was fumbling for him.
Yeah.
Just from watching the game because he's having to scramble a lot, having to do a bunch of check downs, but still Travis Kelce with 9 receptions for 124 yards is great.
Oh yeah.
But you would just like to see, a playoff team every year drive down the field, get in the end zone. For them to only score 1 touchdown is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, Harrison Butker had his work cut out for him this week, and he stepped up to it. 4 field goals, one extra point, but still, just a boring game. The Broncos still suck. It looks like they're considering a change at defensive coordinator. Is what I'm hearing. So could see something happen there, but otherwise, the Broncos suck. The Chiefs are just going to continue to skate by.
They need to worry more about their offense than their defense right now.
Yeah, I know.
They need to put up points. They just held the Chiefs to 19 points.
Yeah, but I think they're still worried about that 70 points.
Yeah, all right, listen. The Miami offense honestly, I could say that they could put up 70 on anybody.
No.
That offense is so explosive.
Yeah, but they've played other teams and they haven't put up 70.
Yeah, but that's just, a bad day for the Broncos, but you know what I mean? Like they can score on any defense.
Yeah, they can. For sure. But let's go across the pond. Ravens 24, Titans 16 at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on that shitty ass turf. We got to talk about Kyle Hamilton. That fucking hit on Chris Moore.
Ooh.
Good God, he gave those Brits a taste of real football. That's grown man football.
Had me shaking over here at USA.
Yeah, dude. Kyle Hamilton fucking laying the hammer on Chris Moore. Got him ejected, which kind of sucks. And rightfully so, I'd say.
Yeah.
I'd
Yeah.
say he should have gotten ejected for that hit, but god damn.
100%.
That would have been
100%.
real fucking cool in like 2007.
back when they would just let that go.
Oh yeah.
Just be like, clean hit.
Yeah, and thinking of, and speaking of guys that were good in 2007, which isn't the right time for him, but Jadeveon Clowney has had a fantastic start to this year.
Yeah.
Through
he's
6
been great.
weeks, he has got 29 total pressures. And in 2022, the whole season, he had 29 pressures.
He looks great with his new team.
Yeah, I think
changes.
Yeah, I think
Change of
just
scenery really helps him.
Yeah, the guys he's got around him with the Ravens are a big factor in why he's been so effective, because there's other guys to worry about on this team. A lot of other guys to worry about. And, yeah, he's just playing lights out. But when it comes down to what actually happened in this game, like, Tannehill goes down with the injury. Not that he was having a great game, but Malik Willis came in and just kind of stunk it up. He wasn't very good. Derrick Henry had a pretty good game. That wildcat formation direct snap for like 63 yards, I think.
Yeah, 63.
Crazy. Almost a touchdown on that one. And Lamar had a pretty Lamar outing. 223 passing yards, touchdown, an interception, and then he also had 13 carries for 62 yards. Not surprising. That's 100% Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, I mean he's got to, since their RB1, got hurt. What was it week 1 of the season? Week 1 of the season?
Yeah, I think it was 1 or 2.
J.K. Dobbins going down, so you're not going to rely on Gus Edwards or Justice Hill. They suck. Yeah. So he's going to have to take the running game in his own hands. But the biggest, green flag for Baltimore is that they caught the ball.
Yeah.
I think only one drop this game. They caught the ball. And, results in a win.
Yeah. Mark Andrews had a great game. 4 receptions, 69 yards. Zay Flowers, 6 receptions, 50 yards, and a touchdown. All their guys were doing their part in this game, and I like to see that from this team, because we know the defense is great, but the offense kind of putting some things together definitely helps.
Yeah, I mean, it also helps when you got Justin Tucker, who's 6 for 6 on field goals for the day.
True. He scored a lot of points.
18 of their 24.
Yeah, that's wild.
But
that shouldn't happen.
It shouldn't, but it's the Baltimore Ravens, and it's
he also
missed
an extra point.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but it's a shitty stadium.
Yeah, that turf is genuinely unplayable. But we don't need to get into this discussion for like the 4th episode in a row. So we'll move on. We'll bring it back to where real football is played, Atlanta, Georgia. The Commanders take the win 24-16 over the Atlanta Falcons.
I know you did not just say where real football is played in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah.
Come on now.
We play real football.
Yeah. But go ahead.
Fuck Desmond Ridder.
I knew it was coming.
He tried to hide those 3 interceptions behind 307 yards and 2 touchdowns. Yeah. He tried. It didn't work. Actually, 2 touchdowns, and they went to the 2 tight ends that I played in fantasy. So, shout out Jonnu Smith and Kyle Pitts.
That in-game pick in the end zone was just horrible.
Yeah, that's a ball you just don't throw.
Yeah, like, if anything, overthrow the guy. But don't underthrow it and throw it right to the defender.
Yeah. And like, I don't, sorry to cut you off, but I don't understand how the Commanders even scored 24 points. The field position that we were putting them in was absurd. Yeah. Like, their drives started on our side of the field for 2 of the times they went down and scored a touchdown. Out of 3.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, like you can see, because Sam Howell had 3 touchdowns, yet he only had 151 passing yards, 14 completions on 23 attempts.
Yeah, and they only ran the ball for 72 yards as a team.
Yeah, so they, like you said, they were getting great field position because Desmond Ritter was just making costly mistakes.
Yeah, like when you look at it, the Commanders had a touchdown on a 52-yard drive. They had a touchdown that took 11 yards in 3 plays. And they had a touchdown that took 27 yards. How?
That's 3 drives. I know 2
And they
of them
didn't
were
even
from
cover the
picks.
whole field. In
No,
3 touchdown drives, they didn't cover the whole length of the field.
yeah, it was just ridiculous.
Yeah, I
Like
just I don't understand what we were doing here.
our defense did what they could.
Yeah,
Like there's only so much you could do when you're just giving them great field position every time.
exactly. Like, it's a wonder that they didn't give up more points.
Yeah.
Like,
I've,
it's crazy to me because we were stopping the run really well, and we just kind of let them have their way. I don't get
yeah,
it.
the screens were killing us that game. I know that.
Yeah,
Brian Robinson, Curtis
definitely.
Samuel. But Terry McLaurin had a great game.
Yeah,
6 receptions on 81 yards.
yeah.
Too bad he couldn't reel in those other 5 targets.
um, I will say, like, Atlanta didn't play bad. This was probably Bijan's worst outing as a running back. Just couldn't get it going, which it's a hard defensive line to run up against. And
Yeah.
I don't blame him. Like, Tyler Algier, not much better of a game, but, putting up a little bit more yards with the same amount of carries. But the receiving game was great. Drake London, 9 receptions, 125 yards is crazy. Kyle Pitts finally getting some action in the red zone. Bijan Robinson had the 43 receiving yards, which kind of redeemed his game a little bit. And then, of course, Mac Hollins and Jonnu Smith kind of playing their roles for this team. But I can't help but say that Taylor Heineke would not have won this game.
Yeah, let him play against his old team.
This was a winnable game for the Falcons if we had a competent quarterback.
Absolutely. You are absolutely right.
Yeah. So I feel like this game is the one where it should be like, okay, like this is when you figure this kind of shit out.
Yeah, because I mean, our next game is against a team with a phenomenal defense.
Yeah.
The Bucks that will eat Desmond Ritter alive.
And when do we have a bye? Week 11?
Yeah.
I don't like that. I wish it was earlier so that they would have like 2 weeks to be like, okay, Taylor Heineke's a starter now.
Yeah, I think it's right after our game with the Cardinals.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, which I mean, our next 4 games should be wins.
Yeah. The thing is like we're not out of contention for the playoffs or anything at 3-3. We're second in the NFC South, which that's whatever. But like we're not a bad team. There's good players on both sides of the ball. The issue is you can't do anything if your quarterback fucking sucks.
Yeah.
And if he's going to be the reason you're losing, because it's different if you have a bad quarterback, but other things are causing you to lose. If your quarterback is the reason you're losing football games, there's an easy answer. Replace him.
Yeah. I mean, you picked up Heineke for a reason.
Yeah.
Why not try him out early in the season? If it doesn't work, go back to Ritter.
Exactly. What's the point in committing to Desmond Ritter if we all know he's not a long-term option at this point?
Yeah. I don't know. I think there's a good chance we see Heineke against the Buccaneers. We have to win against the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
They're ahead of us in the division. If Ritter just comes out and plays piss poor, why not start Heineke the second half?
Yeah. I want to see it. I already said that, if we don't win 2 out of 3 in this Jags-Texans Commander stretch, he should be benched. I'm sticking to it. We didn't win 2 out of 3. He should be benched. He lost us that game against the Commanders. He definitely lost us the game against the Jags. So
he tried to lose against the Texans.
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
He tried to.
But yeah, shout out Calais Campbell, recorded his 100th career sack And in honor of that accolade, he launched the 100 Sack Give Back initiative and is donating $100,000 to teachers in each of the 4 cities he's played in his career.
I like that.
Yeah, so shout out Sam Howell for helping out the teachers.
All right, I think that's enough for Falcons Commanders.
Yeah, my head will explode if we continue. So let's talk.
Let's go to
a much worse game. Vikings 19, Bears 13. Where do we even begin? Kirk Cousins isn't good? Is that?
Yeah, I mean, let's start with Justin Fields.
Okay.
You know, comes out, looks decent, and then gets hurt.
Yep.
And then, was it Tyson Bagent?
Yeah.
Comes out and just
from
oh my Lord.
Yeah, Division II, like holds every record for a quarterback in Division II, out of Shepherd. His dad is like a 12-time arm wrestling world champion.
Why is he in the NFL?
I don't know, but his dad is a fucking psychopath.
You're telling me there's not Division I quarterbacks that could be here instead of Tyson?
Dude holds a lot of records in D2. I mean, he might be better than some of the Division I.
I don't think so.
Well,
this was his time to show why he deserves to be here.
Scored a touchdown.
Absolutely fumbled.
He ran a touchdown in.
Yeah, but he fumbled. A costly fumble that resulted in a touchdown.
Yeah,
and he threw a pick.
But like Justin Fields hasn't done anything different than that.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. It's just
I'm not gonna sit here and try to like defend Tyson Bagent and say he should be the starting quarterback for the Bears, but they're gonna work with him.
He looked like a deer in headlights out there on that field. Didn't know what he was supposed to do. And yeah, Kirk Cousins is shit.
Yeah, and so is Alexander Madison. Just so inefficient.
Yeah, but I'll take it. Double-digit points in fantasy, so I'm not going to shit on them that much. Sure. They won the game. They did what they had to do, but really, they're just missing Justin Jefferson big time right now.
I thought that, with him out, they'd spread the ball a lot more. No, they didn't.
KJ Osborne or TJ Hawkinson, you get the ball, or Jordan Addison.
Or check down to Alexander Madison and Brandon Powell.
Yeah, that was crazy to me how many receptions Alexander Madison got this game.
Yeah, he should not be catching the ball that much.
He got 7 targets.
Yeah, meanwhile, Cam Akers got 1 target and 1 carry. That totally makes sense. Yeah, let's give up a draft pick for a guy that we're not going to use.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't get it. Yeah, these teams suck. Both of them.
Kirk Cousins just couldn't hold on to the ball.
Yeah, 2 fumbles. Lost one of them.
There's not really much else to talk about this game.
No. Danielle Hunter's still good?
Yeah. So do you think he's going to be leaving the Vikings for trade deadline?
Maybe.
I've been seeing some talks with how shit the Vikings are.
He could be on the way out. 2 sacks in this game. But
yeah,
I don't know, man. 2-4. Jefferson's not going to be back for a few weeks. They could drop.
Lions are definitely taking that division.
Let's do the little thing where you look at the schedule. All right, next week, loss versus the 49ers. Week after that, Packers, it's a toss-up.
I'm gonna check it down for a loss.
Okay. Loss to the Falcons, I'd say, personally.
It depends who's at QB. We'll see.
I think either way they might lose. That run defense is not very good.
I think they can beat the Saints.
Yes, I agree.
It's gonna be a game just like this Bears Vikings game.
And so is the one the next week against the Broncos.
Dude, if they lose to the Broncos,
if they lose to the Broncos, they gotta the owner has to sell the franchise.
Like Kirk Cousins has got to be.
When's the trade deadline? Because we're just gonna go through this whole schedule and it's gonna be like the playoffs, and we're gonna be like they should trade everybody.
Is it? I think it's in November. Is it November 18th?
Halloween. So right around the corner.
So they got before
They've got
our
okay. If they lose to the Bear, or no, that's November. Fuck. They got 2 games to figure it out.
yeah
49ers, Packers. They probably lose both of those. Then
yeah
they're sitting at 2-6. I think that's when you blow it up.
yeah. I think you start fire sale just
Yeah, I
later.
think. Yeah. Okay, so if the Falcons don't want to start Taylor Heineke, should we trade for Kirk?
Ooh ooh.
I'm just saying. I know I'm saying that he sucks right now, but
He just needs a different atmosphere to play in. You
yeah,
know.
yeah. Come on,
Fuck it. Why not? Come on.
fuck it. I'm a Kirk Cousins fan again.
I know that will benefit Kyle Pitts a lot because
That's
Kirk
true.
loves using his tight ends.
Yeah, especially throwing to them on short routes on 3rd and long. Loves doing
Yeah,
that.
yeah, but he also loves targeting them in the end zone.
True. That is
And why not
definitely true.
bring Justin Jefferson with you?
Okay, I don't know about that. We'd have to give up a lot. By a lot,
All
I
right.
mean probably everything.
Yeah. All right. You ready to move on to
Yeah.
Bengals Seahawks?
Let's move on. Bengals 17, Seahawks 13. Stinker. This whole
Why do
week
we?
fucking sucked.
Oh man. Awful.
What happened here? Like Gino had a good game, except he threw 2 picks, and I just don't know what the fuck to think of this game because, like, Burrow comes out firing on that first drive. Jamar looked amazing on that first drive, and they didn't connect again. Targeted
Yeah.
Jamar 13 times. He had 6 receptions.
Horrible.
How? How does that even
Uh-huh.
happen?
What's also crazy that DK didn't catch a ball till halfway through the second quarter.
Yeah.
Like that's your wide receiver one.
I just
I know
don't
Cincinnati's corners are not that good.
No, they're not.
No.
I don't
But
get it.
no, another piss poor game. I mean, Kenneth Walker, 19 carries for 62 yards. He's only averaging 3.3 yards a
Got a
carry.
tud.
Yeah, got a tud. But a quarter of his yards came from one run.
Yeah. Well, if we're going to talk shit about running backs, Joe Mixon just deserves to be shit on week after week.
Yeah, that's why I didn't say anything because it's just that's the normal for him.
Yeah, that's fair. 12 carries, 38 yards for Mr. Mixon. Tyler Boyd got a touchdown.
Cool.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, it was. Oh, at first I thought T. Higgins was out, and then I just remembered he sucks. 2 receptions, 20 yards for T. Higgins.
Yeah,
Four,
I don't know why.
4
I don't know why
carries.
Nathan starts him anymore.
How the fuck is T. Higgins playing a football game and only getting 4 targets?
Yeah, that's wild. You're telling me, let's see. Yeah, Joe Mixon got more receptions than T. Higgins.
Yeah, Jackson Smith and Jigba got more targets.
Yeah. What's crazy is that DK got 10 targets
Yeah.
throughout that game and only caught 4 of them.
Yeah, that's tough. But there's literally nothing else to talk about with this game. Like, I guess, can the Bengals turn it around by the trade deadline?
No.
Make a couple of moves?
They need this bye week to. They're on bye this week.
Yeah.
They need to do some critical thinking on how to improve going forward if they want any chance
Yeah.
to hit
Well, like,
those playoffs.
they were in a pretty similar spot last year at Halloween. They were 4-4 after that Halloween loss against Cleveland.
Yeah, but they were like their offense looked better than what it does
Yes.
right now.
Yeah. But, like, in that game, like, in the games that they lost, they only put up 20, 17, 17, 13. In the games they won, they put up 27, 27, 30, 35. But I do agree with you. The offense did look much better last year. Like, I don't know what the issue is here. I think there's just I think Burrow is trying to play through this injury, but also it doesn't seem like he's that injured or he wouldn't play.
Yeah,
And
I don't know.
people are trying to be like, well, he's injured. Well,
but is he?
then take him off the field.
Yeah.
Like,
Let's
if you're still gonna lose, why keep him on the field?
yeah, let Jake Browning get a start.
Fuck it.
But no, this is a good time for their bye week.
Definitely.
Let them rest a little bit, and
Yeah.
then let's who they got the week after the bye. Let's take a look. They have yikes. They have the
Yeah.
49ers.
They've got a gauntlet. I think it goes 49ers Bills.
Yeah, and then they had a hard. They got Texans and then Ravens.
It's not easy. That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
no,
They got to play real good here and see if they can split the next two games. If they get a win over either the Bills or the 49ers, I'll say they're back.
all right, and with that being said, let's move on.
Yeah, to the Browns.
Let's go!
A fantastic team, the Browns. Beats just some shitty ass team, the 49ers.
Yeah.
The Browns win 19-17. 49ers first regular season loss of the Brock Purdy era.
Browns MVP goes to Jake Moody.
Yeah. Browns MVP goes to Myles Garrett. That dude was fucking insane. He was out here throwing Trent Williams on the ground. Nobody does that.
Yeah, he hurt him. He hurt
Yeah.
Trent Williams.
Yeah, this Browns defense has only given up 1,002 yards through 5 games. It's the fewest by an NFL team in over 50 years.
Yeah, there's just like no offense from the 49ers. Like it was just
Yeah, well, like McCaffrey got banged up after, like he scored that first touchdown on that sick little shovel pass. They get it, but after that, like nothing.
yeah, they lose McCaffrey, they lose Debo, they lose Trent Williams.
Yeah,
So when Trent Williams goes down, who the fuck's guarding Myles Garrett?
exactly.
And but Myles Garrett, like he was just they were having a double team him, which was opening it up for some other people on team, and it's just a lot of QB pressures.
Definitely. Like Myles Garrett had 4 pressures and 2 QB hits on that final drive. Like that's a game changer because, then Jake Moody has to come kick the 41-yarder, ends up missing it. And like Fred Warner after the game said like the Browns earned it and we didn't. He said, I'd never put this on Moody at the end there. It's great we had an opportunity to win in that fashion, but we didn't earn it. Which I agree with. They played like shit. They did not deserve to win. The Browns deserved to win with that defensive effort. And also, we didn't even say PJ Walker was the fucking starting quarterback in this game.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't Deshaun Watson.
It wasn't Dorian Thompson-Robinson.
It was their QB3,
Yeah.
PJ Walker.
The GOAT.
And he didn't even throw a touchdown.
Yeah.
Or have a touchdown at all. He had 2
king
picks.
of the XFL.
That's about it. But no, I mean
Kareem
Kareem Hunt
Hunt.
had a good day.
He's back.
I mean, his partner Jerome Ford had a great game too.
Yeah. So did
Not as good as
Cooper.
Amari Cooper.
Damn.
Yeah. 108 yards on 4 catches.
Yeah.
Is crazy.
What?
But no. Myles Garrett, PJ Walker, Jake Moody. Headline of this game.
And I guess Amari Cooper.
Because what? Jake Moody missed 2 field goals, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he missed 2. That hurts. Because did he miss one going into half? I think it was.
I don't remember.
I think it was going into half, and then because I didn't really watch this game, I was in the car ride home.
No, he missed it on the 3rd drive of the game.
That's brutal.
Yeah, and then the Browns went and missed one as well, which is crazy. Yeah, there's not much else to say about this game. Like, the 49ers look human. The Browns defense is the best in the league.
Yeah. I will ask you this. So if McCaffrey misses their next game, how do you feel about Jordan Mason?
I'm cool with Jordan Mason. He's a good running back. He's not Christian McCaffrey. So we're going to have to see a lot of Kittle. We're going to have to see a lot of Ayuk. And some guys are just gonna have to step up, man. Especially if Debo's also out.
Yeah, you're gonna start seeing more Ray McLeod,
You're
Juwan
gonna see a lot of
Jennings,
heavy packages, a lot of Kyle Juszczyk as well.
and probably some more Elijah Mitchell too.
Yeah,
But no, I think Jordan Mason's like a really downhill runner, very
yeah,
powerful.
yep,
Um, I think will benefit, and it's a good partner to Elijah Mitchell, who can be a little bit more elusive.
yep. All right, well, let's keep rolling through. Dolphins 42, Panthers 21. Just what else did we expect?
The start of this game, it looked like it was all Panthers.
It was.
First
Yeah.
quarter, 14 nothing. But then the Dolphins come out and score 21 in the second, while the Panthers score none.
Yeah. Tough scene. Tua just doing his thing. 3 touchdowns. Raheem Mostert doing a great job of picking up the carries from Devin Achane. 17 carries, 115, 2 touchdowns. Just what the fuck? Like, what is the key to this run game for the Dolphins? Because I don't get it.
I don't know, but dude, it's Raheem Mostert, Devin Achane, Savannah Ahmed.
Yeah, Sylvana Ahmed.
Like, like it's either they're catching touchdowns or they're rushing touchdowns, but somehow every game their running backs combined for at least 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, and they also had 3 passing touchdowns. Tyreek Hill having a monster game. 6
Yeah.
receptions, 163 yards and a touchdown. Waddle gets one on the board, 51 yards and a touchdown. Raheem Mostert, of course, gets a receiving touchdown as well, because why not?
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see because I remember Tyreek did leave the game.
Yeah,
I think it was a hamstring uh injury, but did come back, but didn't look 100%, of course.
yeah. Probably shouldn't have come back, is what I'd say.
No, but sorry, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I was just going to say on the Carolina side, like, they're not that bad.
Adam Thielen, man.
Yeah, Adam Thielen's crazy.
Like, where was this on the Vikings?
Yeah. Well, the thing is that Adam Thielen had 115 yards, and the rest of the team had like 100 total.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at the targets.
Yeah.
Adam Thielen had 13 targets. The next closest was DJ Chark was 6.
Yeah, and then nobody else had more than 3.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But I will say Chuba Hubbard had a great day on the ground.
Yeah, he did. He looked pretty
And
good filling in for Miles Sanders, who's a little banged up and also sucks.
yeah, I think Chuba should just take over the RB1 spot.
I think he probably should have been getting more carries the whole time because Miles
'Cause
Sanders has been so bad.
and we even talked about it when it was Chuba and Dante Foreman.
Yeah,
Chuba is better than both of those
yeah,
running backs, and yeah,
definitely.
has still not been able to get the RB1 spot.
Yeah, just getting kind of ignored there. But when he gets his chance, it seems like he always does a good job.
Yeah, well, did you see the fake punt for a first down that
Yeah.
Johnny Hecker had?
Johnny Hacker's a dog.
He is the best
Yeah.
at fake punt. Pat, he's a QB at heart.
Him and Pat McAfee.
Yeah,
Frank Reich, the head coach of the Panthers, is officially handing play calling duties over to his offensive coordinator, Thomas Brown, despite the Panthers being the highest scoring team in the NFC South. That's how bad they are. Is that they have the
Yeah.
most points scored in the NFC South, and their coach just gave up play calling.
yeah, that's brutal. I mean, their defense is just struggling right now.
Yeah, their defense is definitely struggling. Is J.C. Horn still out?
He's
Gotcha.
still out.
Yeah.
I mean, really, their top 2 playmakers, C.J. Anderson and Deion Jones, I would probably say right now. And then you got Brian Burns, who was, he had 1 tackle for loss. That's about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that Dolphins offensive line is great. So, I can't really blame them. But let's move on to the next game. Jaguars 37, Colts 20. And the Colts they're so unlucky.
Yeah.
Like, Gardner Minshew had a good. Gardner Minshew was the king of 300 passing yards and 3 picks. He's very good at that. But like he didn't have a bad game. Just the couple of picks killed him.
Yeah. The 3 picks, I mean, they're really missing Anthony Richardson. They had a great
Yeah.
thing going with Richardson.
Yeah, and
Um,
they're going to miss him likely for the rest of the year. It looks
yeah.
like the surgery for repairing his AC joint probably going to keep him out the remainder of the season.
Yeah, I think Ursay came out and said that he wasn't gonna play again.
Yeah. Michael
Um,
Pittman did have a good game just because Gardner was at quarterback. 109 for
just
him on 9 receptions.
just no run game
Yeah.
for the Colts.
And I think that's because Richardson's missing here. I think the playbook for him opens the door for the run game a lot because he can run and, you know, the read option is always in play with him at quarterback and with Zach Moss and Jonathan Taylor. Like you can make some big plays with that tandem, but with Gardner Minshew, there's no threat of him running.
Yeah, Richardson really opens the door for more RPO options
Yeah,
and
for
stuff
sure.
like that, where Gardner Minshew, you're gonna see a lot more shotgun, no running backs in the backfield,
Yeah,
extra man on the line, stuff like that.
for sure. But for Jacksonville, it was just a matter of kind of just getting it done. They're just doing what they needed to win this game. Like Trevor Lawrence didn't have a phenomenal performance, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 181, but Travis Etienne having another great game despite not getting the yards he got last week in London. 18 carries, 55 yards, but 2 touchdowns is great. And none of the receivers had an outstanding game, but Christian Kirk got 49 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, just an average day on offense for the Jaguars, and really, it's like that Atlanta Commanders game we talked about. Gardner Minshew was just putting him in prime position, so that's why we're not seeing the yardage come out.
Yeah. Yeah. Like Jacksonville put up 37 points and they didn't even play that well.
Yeah,
Like they scored the touchdown on the second drive of the game, and then they scored the touchdown after the fumble that the Colts had, and just a bunch of punts back and forth, and then like the Colts make another mistake. Jaguars capitalize again with a touchdown, and it just seemed like that was how it went. It was like bad drive, Jaguars touchdown, bad drives back and forth, interceptions back and forth, and then it was just capitalizing multiple times, especially there at the end, capitalizing on the mistakes, and the Jags just pull it out by a relatively wide margin for this week.
yeah, yeah. No, it's just it's going to be tough for the Colts going forward.
Yeah.
How much trust can you put in Gardner Minshew to lead this team? Because what is it? Where does that put the Colts in their division?
Um.
They're second behind Jacksonville. Can
Yeah.
you trust Gardner Minshew to fight to get them to a division win?
I don't know because next week is a loss versus the Browns. There's no way they can put up enough points to beat them. Um. They could.
I don't know. That's going to be an interesting game.
That defense is just so good. Like
It's
if he was
it's
throwing 3 picks against the Jags, and now his wide receivers are getting covered by Denzel Ward and Greg Newsome, how do you expect him to not throw 3 picks again?
I think next week's game is going to come down to if Deshaun Watson's back,
Maybe.
honestly.
I think that defense is just good enough, no matter
Where's
what.
it? Is it in Cleveland or is it in Indy?
It's in Indy, but not a big trip between the two.
Yeah. I don't
Um,
know. It's going to be interesting to see. That's going to be a game to watch.
yeah,
Good
but
game to watch.
they're 2 games before the deadline. Browns and Saints, both at home, which is nice. Um,
Two big opportunities for wins.
yeah, I don't think they will. Or at least
Who
they
who do
won't.
the
They won't win both.
who do the Jags got?
The Jags have,
They have Saints Steelers.
yeah. So probably a win versus Saints. Who knows
Probably a
against the
win versus
Steelers?
Steelers.
I don't know. I can't get a read on them.
Steelers are weird, man.
Yeah, I can't figure it out. But I don't know. We'll see. There's a lot of games to be played. The Jags don't have an easy schedule. Like
No, not at
49ers,
all.
Texans, Bengals. You got the Ravens later. Not easy for them. And for Indy, not really that easy either. They've got the Bucks, the Bengals, Steelers, Falcons, Texans. It's a little easier than the Jags. I'll give them
Yeah.
that. But let's move on to the next one. Just great.
Another low scoring game.
Yeah, just right on par with the rest of the week. Texans 20, Saints 13. Once again, not surprised. It does suck that CJ Stroud threw a pick. That is annoying. But yeah, just boring. Derek Carr had a bunch of useless passing yards, 353 of them for a touchdown and an interception. CJ Stroud didn't eclipse 200. Surprising.
I
But
think that was his
still,
first time this year.
I think so, but still had 2 touchdowns. Not that bad. Can't get mad at him for his performance here because you came out with the win. But yeah, just inefficiency again for both of these teams. It's like Alvin Kamara, 19 carries, 68 yards. Devin Singletary, 12 carries, 58 yards. Damon Pierce is finally losing carries, 13 carries for 34 yards because he's been awful.
Yeah.
And
I think
nothing's happening here.
the biggest thing with Alvin Kamara is his effectiveness in the passing game.
Yeah.
Like he had 8 targets as a running back and caught 7 of them. That's ridiculous for a running back when you have Chris Olave, Michael Thomas, and Rashid Shaheed.
Yeah.
Like Shaheed only caught two passes and he had 6 targets.
Yeah.
But no, for Kamara to get, that's a lot of checkdowns.
Yeah, like Kamara, Michael Thomas, and Taysom Hill all had 8, and Olave had 10.
How does Taysom Hill have 8 targets?
I would love to never say his name again on this podcast. I am a certified Taysom Hill hater.
Didn't you start him 1 week last year in fantasy?
Yeah, and he put up 0. Actually, every single time I started him in fantasy last year, he put up 0. And then also Pat Freiermuth fucked me plenty of times that year as well. But is there anything else you want to talk about with this game? Because it was a pretty shitty one.
No. I mean, just CJ Stroud is still able to get the win when he has a bad game. I like that. And then I think so they have a bye this week, and then they get Tank Dell back after that, I believe.
Yeah,
so
I think you're right.
That should bring that offense up a little bit, give them some more weapons.
For sure. And then next game, Raiders 21, Patriots 17. Who would have guessed the Patriots lost again? They fucking suck, dude. Mac Jones is ass.
Mac Jones is horrible.
Like, dude, figure it out.
Like this man just can't get it done.
And it doesn't help that they can't run the ball either. Ramondre Stevenson, 46 yards. Ezekiel Elliott, 34. They did both get a touchdown, which is a redeeming.
I think they were both 1-yard touchdown runs.
Probably. But
I think this is Ramondre's best game of the season, now that I think about it.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah. He did catch 5 passes as well.
I don't know. There's just no like offensive weapons on this New England team. Like you have a piss poor quarterback, you have no run game, and you don't even have a certified wide receiver 1.
Nope. You got Hunter Henry and Mike Gesicki,
who only had 3 targets.
Yeah.
This game.
Same with Mike Gesicki. Also only had 3 targets, but Kendrick Bourne had 11 and 10 receptions, which is crazy. That's insane.
That just doesn't make sense to me.
Not at all. For the Raiders, though, Garoppolo goes down late in the game. Brian Hoyer comes in, which means that next week we're probably going to have to watch Tyson Bagent versus Brian Hoyer in Raiders Bears.
Oh no!
And you know that's a matchup for football sickos.
Hey,
there's some people that are gonna love that game.
I would go get Raiders defense if it's available out
Actually, I just dropped them.
Oh, Grayson!
I dropped him. I didn't think about the fact that Fields wasn't playing.
Max Crosby's about to have a field day.
He had a field day in this one. Got the safety there to ice the game at the end, and he also played every defensive snap yesterday for the 3rd straight week.
That is insane.
Yeah, no other defensive lineman in the NFL this season has played 100% of defensive snaps in a single game, and he's done it 3 times.
Yeah, that's absurd.
Yeah.
But how does Devontae Adams only have 5 targets?
He looked like shit, dude, and one of his fucking targets ended up in him getting fucking run over, and it turned into an interception.
Yeah, but I mean he's your guy. But I guess Jacoby Myers is turning into that guy.
If they're all over him, gotta throw somewhere else.
Yeah, but there's not really anything else to talk about this game. This game's
No.
pretty
Fucking
pretty
sucks.
horrible.
Yeah.
So let's talk Rams and Cardinals. Move to the 425 slate there.
Yes, sir. Rams 26, Cardinals 9. Cardinals didn't score a point in the second half.
Cooper Kupp is back.
Yes, very much. And Kyron Williams looked great, and then he got hurt.
Yeah, he looked great in the second half.
Yeah.
I mean,
158 yards and a touchdown.
He had 0.4 points going into halftime.
Hey, man, it's all part of the plan.
And they brought it back.
Yeah.
What's crazy is that they don't use Kyron Williams in the passing game.
No, not at all.
But no, so next week, so I think Sean McVay said Kyron Williams is not going to play.
Nope, he is not.
And neither is Ronnie Rivers.
Yep.
So we're going to see rookie Zach Evans as starting running back for the Rams.
And on my fantasy team.
You picked him up?
Oh, yeah. Big Zach Evans guy. Coming out of Ole Miss, dude. Fucking Brock got me high on Zach Evans all last year.
I remember we were during last like the draft talk and everything. We were he was one of our top rookies to watch this year.
Yeah, I love Zach Evans. He's awesome. But yeah, Cooper Kupp is back. Puka Nacua is useless. Puka's washed? Question mark.
I mean, Puka still got 7 targets. That's 2 less than Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, Matthew Stafford really wasn't throwing the ball much. With Kyron Williams being so successful in the second half, and like this offense was pretty bad for the whole first half all around. So with the success in the second half, a lot of it coming from Kyron Williams and Cooper Kupp, didn't really have much that he had to do.
Yeah, I mean, whenever there's a game that Stafford only throws the ball 24 times.
Yeah, you know they're running the ball pretty well.
Yeah, so.
And for the Cardinals, it was just a matter of the Rams just outplaying them, in all aspects. This was like a pretty big domination here for the Rams. Like, yeah, Dobbs didn't make like a ton of mistakes. Like, yeah, he fumbled the ball once, threw an interception, but just a bad game for Dobbs, a bad game in the run game, really missing James Conner. Very obvious that they're really missing James Conner. And then not having, a stellar wide receiver also kind of hurt them.
Yeah, I mean, they targeted their wide receiver 11 times, Hollywood Brown. Too bad he only caught 4 of them.
Yeah, and he was in Hollywood. Still couldn't get it done.
I don't know, that Rams defense just looked really good.
Yeah, they're very underrated. Going into the season, I did not think they'd be good. I hand up, like,
yeah.
I thought they were going to be shit.
I mean, Ernest Jones, Byron Young, Jordan Fuller, Aaron Donald, all having great games. Aaron Donald had 3 tackles for loss. And two of those QB hits. So, Jonah Williams, great game. Darion Kendrick, great game. Like, they were just all over Dobbs.
Zach Van Valkenburg, great name. I don't know if he really played well, but that's a sick ass name.
He had one. God. He had 1 solo tackle. That's a great game.
Doesn't even. And Russ Yeast, dude. These are like fake names. These guys don't exist in the real world. Who the fuck is Christian Roseboom? I actually. Where the fuck? Okay, Colin, guess. Where did Christian Roseboom go to college?
VCU.
Nope. South Dakota State.
Ah. Damn. I like Quentin Lake. Or Duke Shelley.
It makes a lot of sense that Zach Van Valkenburg went to Iowa.
Yeah.
I could just see that on one of those jerseys.
Yeah, this is just a great roster of names for their defense.
Dude, yeah, they've got some names, dude. Not like names associated with anything, just names.
Like, what kind of name's Aaron Donald? Like, Last name Donald is just
That's
wild.
enough. That's enough. He's gonna kill
It's-
you.
He's just gonna break through the door right here. It's just like
Like
what?
the
What?
Kool-Aid man. Run through the wall.
All right, but I know you're excited to talk about this
Yes,
next game.
I'm very fucking excited to talk about this game.
So I'm gonna
Jets,
let you.
yeah, Jets 20, Eagles 14. First of all, before this game, fucking Aaron Rodgers is out here throwing a football already, walking around. I'm
Oh,
hearing, yeah, he could make a return as soon as week 15, is what I'm hearing.
and Jets at 3-3. That's not horrible.
No. Zach Wilson gets him like, 4 more wins in these next weeks, up until week 15. Still a
It
contender.
just doesn't help that Miami's 5-1.
Yeah. It's still a wild card, man.
Yeah, I mean, next week they got the Giants. That should be a win. They got a Chargers team that their defense is struggling right now.
Yeah. We'll see,
And then
man.
Raiders.
This Jets defense is insane. Also, this is the first time in Jets franchise history that they've beat the Eagles.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Now, I believe the Texans are the only franchise in the NFL that has not beaten every single team at least once. Yeah, I think the Texans have 2 of them. I think one of them's the Vikings, but I don't know the other one. But the Jets were without Sauce Gardner, DJ Reed, Brandon Eccles, and Justin Hardy, and still did great. Craig James and Bryce Hall were the starting corners today. Or not today, Sunday.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, and then you had the brothers, Quentin and Quincy Williams, who both had a turnover in this game. Quentin had an interception, and Quincy had a fumble recovery, which is weird. You'd think it'd be the other way around, considering Quincy's a linebacker and Quentin's a defensive lineman. But the big thing here is that their grandma was in attendance. And they said that after the game that the last time she was in attendance, they also did this. Kind of crazy. Got to get grandma to the game.
I was about to say Grandma's about to be at every game from here on out.
Yeah, Grandma Williams.
Also,
I wish she was in my games. Maybe I would have played better.
Shout out Bryce Hall for getting a pick. I didn't know.
Facts.
Didn't know Bryce Hall was a big football guy.
Yeah, isn't he supposed to do like bare knuckle boxing or some shit?
But no, dude, that Philly defense was just ugly.
Yeah, but I feel like the Jets defense, they figured something out about Jalen Hurts. Put pressure on him and he'll play bad.
Yeah. Put your defenders in front of their wide receivers and he's going to throw a pick.
Yeah, they did. They learned that playing defense against the Eagles will make you win. Jalen Hurts got pressured got pressured on 21 of his 50 dropbacks in the loss, and Hurts has a 3-7 record in his 10 career starts when pressured at least 40% of his dropbacks. He's 25-5 when pressured on fewer than 40% of his dropbacks.
Damn.
So, like I said, pressure him a lot and you'll win the game.
Yeah, that's ridiculous because A.J. Brown still had a great game.
Yeah, but look, the Jets have just been humiliating good quarterbacks all year. Josh Allen in week 1, Mahomes in, week 4?
Yeah.
And then now Hurts this week. Combined, all of them against the Jets have a 64.6 completion percentage, 719 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Whereas Zach Wilson against those 3 teams, 65.5% completion percentage, 571 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. So Zach Wilson, confirmed, better than Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, and Jalen Hurts combined.
Yeah, and that's going to wrap up this podcast. Thank you for listening, guys. You heard it here first.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Breece Hall scored a touchdown to ice it, to get the victory.
I mean, without that touchdown, Breece Hall was playing horrible.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, shit game for Breece Hall outside of that. Well, 54 yards on 5 receptions. Pretty good.
Yeah, but in the run game, there was no run game for the Jets.
For the Eagles, though, it was like 3 picks for Hurts is crazy.
Yeah, but you can always count on him to have a rushing touchdown.
True.
Every week.
Devontae Smith, 11 targets, 5 receptions.
DeAndre Swift had 10 targets. Running back, 10 targets.
Yeah, he caught 8 of them and caught a touchdown.
Yeah, but come on now.
Yeah, Hurts was struggling, man. They had the pressure on him a lot.
Yeah. But, hey, like you said, no more undefeated teams.
Yep.
0.
Shout out Bryce Huff, 1.5 sacks.
You said Lane Johnson ended up leaving this game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if he left the game, but I know after the game he was hurt. I don't know if he left.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's a rough showing for that Eagles O-line.
Yeah. D-line still looks good. Hassan Reddick, 2.5 sacks. Josh Sweat got a sack. Jordan Davis split a sack. Milton Williams, Brandon Graham had a half sack. They look good.
Yeah, they were all over Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
Did
Jalen Carter just not do anything in this game? Did he not play?
I think they just had him covered.
Well, I guess, you cover him, you can't cover Hassan Reddick, so that's fair enough. All right, anything else you want to add for this one?
Nah, this game was shit.
All right, let's get to Lions 20, Buccaneers 6. The Lions are real, man. We talked about it last week, but they're fucking good.
Baker Mayfield sucks.
Yeah. Remember when we were all like, maybe Baker found his place?
Yeah, no, it was a fluke. False alarm. He still sucks.
Yep, he's still ass, and so is the run game for the Buccaneers.
You know who doesn't suck, though? Jared Goff.
Jared Goff is a god. He is.
The man,
one of the best.
The man is putting up MVP numbers right now.
Yeah, 30 for 44, 353, and 2 touchdowns. No picks in this game. Just another fucking clinic. Though they didn't run the ball well with David Montgomery going down and Jahmyr Gibbs out, Craig Reynolds had a horrible game, but he delivered a crazy block for Amon-Ra to score that touchdown. Out of fucking nowhere. Laid it. Oh, my God.
He's going to be interesting because is Jahmyr Gibbs back next week?
I think he's supposed to be.
Because if Jahmyr Gibbs is out and Montgomery is out, Reynolds is your RB1.
Yeah.
So he's going to get a little bit more production than this game, of course. Because, the Buccaneers just have a great run D.
Yeah.
So, of course, they're going to stop the run. But is this Jameson Williams' first game back, right?
I believe so, yes.
Hey.
Not bad.
No, not at all. That 45-yard touchdown was nice.
Yeah. And Amon-Ra, of course, had a fantastic game.
Yeah, what's not nice is that my tight end had 11 targets but only caught the ball 4 times.
Hey, I want to shout out Sam Laporta, though. He is the best pass block grade of any rookie, regardless of position.
Dude, he's phenomenal.
He's literally better at pass blocking than all of those offensive linemen that got picked in the first round.
Yeah, dude, Sam Laporta's good. Yeah. He's legit.
And he also has the highest run block grade of any tight end. Or any rookie tight end. But
his route running is also phenomenal.
Yeah, he's been so good. He has. It's tough. 11 targets, only 4 receptions. But the amount of great games he's already had this season, it's not a problem when you have one of those. This defense continues to be fantastic. Just stopping the Buccaneers in every aspect perfectly.
Yeah. Only 1 sack, though. That was the thing that amazed me.
They were pressuring, but then again, Tampa does have a couple of good offensive linemen, despite half of them getting hurt every single year. Alex Anzalone had a great game again. He looks amazing. Jack Campbell looks great, the rookie. Everybody wondered why he got picked in the first round because he just contributes week by week. And, of course, the rest of the guys just putting pressure, man.
Yeah, I'm excited for when Brian Branch comes back.
Yeah.
Because he just adds another check mark to this defense.
Definitely. But yeah, now they're 5-1, man. They're going to win this division.
Detroit Lions look good.
Yeah, they're winning the NFC North 100%.
Yeah, and let's see. They got the Ravens next week. Then they got the Raiders, the Chargers, And then Bears, Packers, Saints, Bears, Broncos, Vikings, Cowboys, Vikings.
Yeah, me and Luke went through this schedule on Friday's episode. It is so easy.
Yeah. Like
Like,
the
realistically,
Ravens.
nobody's beating them.
Yeah, Ravens and Chargers. I think will give them the biggest run for their
Yeah,
money, and maybe the Cowboys if they can get some defense players back healthy.
yeah,
But other than that, man, it's gonna be a walk in the park.
yeah. I think Detroit's got a fantastic chance to be one of the best teams in the NFC, maybe the NFL this year.
Yeah, like they're definitely front runners.
Yeah, like
Like
right now they sit with the Eagles and the 49ers and the Dolphins at 5-1.
little Detroit
And the Chiefs.
Dolphins Super Bowl,
Yeah,
Detroit Miami Super Bowl. That'd be a sick Super Bowl.
it
Honestly,
would.
I would enjoy watching that.
Definitely. But let's move on to Sunday. Or sorry, I have a couple of stats about the Lions. Fourth time in franchise history that the Lions have not allowed an opponent to gain 100 rushing yards in any of the first 6 games of a season.
Oof.
The last time they did it, though, 1932. Before that, 1931. And before that, 1930. So they had one hell of a defense in the first
I was
3
about
years of the
I was
30s.
about to say they did it 3 years in a row, and
Yeah.
then
The Great
long
Depression.
pause.
Yeah. They've also won 7 of their last 8 road games and are 13-3 in their last 16 games overall.
Something's clicking over there in Detroit.
Yeah, Dan Campbell biting kneecaps. All right, Sunday night.
Oh god.
Sunday night football. Bills 14, Jets 9. Just a shitter.
The Bills didn't score till the fourth quarter.
Yeah, like I think to start the game, the Giants knew this was not going to go well when you literally signed Justin Pugh out of retirement to come back and play for you, and his intro for Sunday Night Football, he says, "Justin Pugh straight off the couch." Like, come on. And like, what the fuck were the refs doing in this game? Why were
Yeah,
they
it
even
was
there?
bro, flags
The
everywhere.
roughing the passer call was fucking bullshit.
Yes.
Bobby Okereke just ran into Josh Allen as Josh Allen released the ball. And because Josh Allen left the ground when he went to throw, he fell to the ground when Bobby hit him. It's crazy.
It is ridiculous. But dude, off the first drive, it looked like that Buffalo was gonna just take over this game.
Yeah. And then
You know,
nothing.
they're hitting Diggs for like 4 catches on the
Yeah.
first drive.
And then
And then
Tyrod Taylor ultimately passed for more yards than Josh Allen.
that is absurd. All right, so here, I had a buddy, and he put in a little parlay. He doesn't live in Georgia, so it's good. Let's see. He had, oh yeah, line was Tua more passing yards than Bryce Young, Raheem Mostert more rushing yards than Chuba Hubbard, Jalen Hurts for more passing yards than Zach Wilson, and Josh Allen for more passing yards than Tyrod Taylor. Sounds pretty solid line to me, right?
Yeah.
It was all perfect until Sunday night.
It's
And
tough,
then,
man.
bro, Tyrod Taylor, he looked good.
Yeah. Give him that.
He looked better than Daniel Jones.
Probably right. Saquon looked great. 24 carries, 93 yards. Darius Slayton had a pretty good game. 4 receptions, 69 yards.
James Cook had a better game.
Yeah.
14
Damian
carries
Harris got stretchered off the field in the weird ambulance.
Yeah, it's
Like, if Damar Hamlin died, that ambulance is cool. He's on the bench looking at an ambulance with his jersey on the back of it. That's weird. And it's not like it's the ambulance because he got hurt in Cincinnati.
yeah, and that whole time they were just putting the camera on Damar Hamlin, and I'm like, what are you?
Yeah.
Like stop.
Crazy. Just
Like,
weird.
yeah, but you know, Damian Harris, he left the field, gave a thumbs up.
Yeah.
So hopefully everything's okay.
Yeah, it seems like they're now just calling it a neck sprain, so he should be all right. Stephon Diggs had a great game though. 10 receptions, 100 yards. Very perfect. For
Yeah.
OCD fans, that's a perfect stat line.
Yeah. But, for Bills fans, you'd like to see him catch those other 6 passes.
That's fair.
Too bad they were piss poor throws by
Yeah.
your quarterback, Josh Allen.
And also, in what world is Gabe Davis's longest reception of the game 9 yards? How the
Right?
fuck does that happen? I don't think I've ever
Like,
seen him catch a ball that's shorter than 20.
yeah, usually he's your go route guy.
Yeah.
But no, this game was just awful. Like, I
Yeah.
hated watching it.
In like the last 2 plays of the game, they call the pass interference the first time, and then they don't call it the second time. How did they
Yeah,
not call that one?
yeah, like that pass to Darren Waller was like that was pass interference all
Oh
day.
my god, yeah. Like
He couldn't move his other arm.
yeah, we learned the rules of football on Sunday night. If you commit pass interference, then on the next play you're just allowed to do it and they won't call it.
Yeah, like
you don't see it called 2 times in a row.
Giants should have won this game.
Yeah, they got robbed at the end.
Yeah, like Darren Waller. Dude, I'm sorry, man. That's
That sucks.
heartbreaking.
That does suck.
And it sucks for Tyrod Taylor too. Like coming off the bench, starting a game, beating the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
Sorry, Daniel Jones, you wouldn't have started another game this year.
I think they would force them to start him since they're paying him $40 million.
They'd be like, "Sir, we need you to transfer that money to Tyrod Taylor. Thank
Yeah.
you."
Too bad like half of the money's guaranteed, or like more than that.
Yeah, but yeah, this game just sucked.
Yeah, it was ass. And speaking of a shit game, Cowboys 20, Chargers 17, Monday Night Football.
Dude, this game was so nerve-wracking.
Yeah, it's fair for you and
Me and Nathan, it was
Nathan.
just
Yeah,
just
like,
Justin Herbert wanted to give me a heart attack.
We all knew how this game was gonna go when Dante Fowler punched Austin Eckler's helmet off before the game.
Yeah, what the heck? Dude, that was ridiculous.
Yeah, that one really set the tone.
Everyone was just playing angry after that.
Yeah. I did learn something pretty interesting. So like the refs starting 100 minutes before kickoff, the refs are allowed to eject people and they can use video replay to do it.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah. I don't know if they did eject anybody. I don't think they did.
I don't think so.
But they're allowed to, and they're allowed to use replay to do it.
To see who like initiated the fight or anything like that. That's
crazy.
That's crazy. What else? You know what else is crazy? 15 carries for 30 yards. Tony Pollard.
Hey, man.
Wow.
6 receptions for 80 yards is also crazy, considering 60 of them were on one of them.
Yeah. Did you ever watch that play? Did you go back and watch that play?
No, I watched maybe 5 plays of this game.
Like, he caught it, was getting tackled, and the defenseman just threw him over on the other side of him. He landed on his feet and took off. And Asante Samuel, like, chased after him like DK Metcalf and Buda Baker that one time and just tackled him.
CeeDee Lamb looked fucking amazing. 7 receptions, 117 yards.
I'm sorry, but you got to give him more targets if he's playing like that.
Yeah, why is Michael Gallup getting 10 targets, 3 receptions?
Yeah. Like, also, what good game for Brandon Cooks.
Yeah. Solid
That's a
work.
great game. Great game.
Doing his job.
But back to what I was saying. CeeDee Lamb needs to get the ball more.
Yeah.
Like come on.
You need to put down Michael Gallup after that performance.
He needs to be minimum 10 or 11 targets.
Yeah, every game.
Minimum.
Every
minimum.
game.
Especially with when you can't run the ball.
Yeah.
Throw the ball to CeeDee Lamb. He didn't drop a pass.
Yeah.
But no, it was Marquise Bell had a great game on defense.
He did. Definitely.
Like watching that game, he was just I think he had 2 of 4th down stops.
Yeah.
Against the Chargers.
Yeah. Of course, Micah Parsons had a sack. The only sack, actually. Um,
On the last drive,
yeah, pretty big.
I was pissed.
And then, of course, they get the pick as well. Stephon Gilmore on the last drive. Um, the Chargers defense, up until kind of like right there at the end, looked great. They sacked Dak 5 times. Um, they did he throw? No, he didn't throw a pick, but um, yeah, the 5 sacks were huge, and the offense just was not good enough. Like both these teams played much better defense than we've seen them play pretty recently, and just seemed like the offenses were dead.
Yeah, I mean, Austin Eckler couldn't really get anything going in his first game back. Both teams just had great run defense. Justin Herbert, going in on the first drive looked amazing.
Yeah,
It looked like this was going to be a blowout for sure.
yeah,
And then just couldn't get in the end zone. And, I think they had like 2 or 3 fourth and inches that they just got stopped.
yeah. And
And
also, Austin
one was
Eckler,
in the red zone.
yeah, Austin Eckler is like the least efficient running back ever.
Yeah.
Like week
Like,
by week, 14 carries, 27 yards, 1.9 yards per carry.
that's worse than Tony Pollard, 15
Yeah.
for 30.
Yeah,
Like, awful.
it's crazy.
Awful.
But yeah, there was 20 penalties and 164 penalty yards combined between the two teams, and that those penalty yards is more than the combined rushing yards from these two teams.
Yeah.
Also, the Cowboys tried to run a tush push. It
Yeah,
failed.
it sucked.
And after the
It
game, Dak said they didn't push my tush enough.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So
Someone's gonna make that into a shirt.
yeah. Are the Chargers selling at the deadline?
Who are they gonna sell? Like, are they?
I don't know. Probably nobody.
Yeah, I don't think so.
All right.
I just don't see anybody that they could sell. Like, you're not gonna get rid of Keenan Allen.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get rid of Khalil Mack. I mean,
A
he just signed a big contract, didn't he?
couple years ago.
Oh, I don't know.
I think Khalil
Erwin
Mack.
James,
Nah, he ain't going nowhere.
Asante Samuel.
Too young. Still on his rookie deal.
Let's see. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think anybody's leaving.
I don't think anybody's.
All right. Is that everything we've got for NFL Week 6?
I believe so. Just what a shit week for the NFL.
Yeah, brutal. Brutal week. So, let's talk baseball. I guess we can start by talking about the fucking NLDS Game 4. Colin, you tell the story.
All right, so Game 4, Phillies are up in the series 2-1. Braves have their ace on the mound, Spencer Strider, going up against Ranger Suarez, who the Braves just can't fucking beat. And the Braves lose 3-1. That's the end. We can move on.
Yeah, that's about it. I think we don't have to talk about the bases loaded with 2 outs for Ronald Acuna.
Oh, dude.
Where he hit it all the way to the wall in the 7th inning. We don't have to talk about Kevin Pillar not scoring in that situation on a passed ball.
We don't have to talk about it at the end of the game.
Guess what?
When
It's already spring training, for all I know.
how many days till pitchers and catchers report?
Yeah. Let's check real quick.
But no, while Grayson's looking at that, I do just want to shout out 2 people. And one of them's going to kill me. But Nick Castellanos, you're one bad motherfucker.
Yep.
And I'm sorry, I got to do it, Grace. I got to shout out Bryce Harper.
Oh, yeah.
The dude is a postseason animal.
Yeah. I've said on this podcast before, he's one of my favorite non-Braves players, except for when we're playing him.
Yeah. But Castellanos and Bryce Harper is like one of the deadliest combos in a lineup.
Okay, so pitchers and catchers report February 13th, most likely.
All right,
so
cool.
I actually really want it to be that time because a week later, I'll be 21.
Oh,
all right. Championship Series. Let's start in the AL since there's been 2 games now. Texas takes game 1, 2-0. Jonah Heim driving in the first run for the ALCS for the Rangers in a shutout victory. Jordan Montgomery, first pitcher in Rangers history with multiple scoreless postseason starts of 6+ innings in a career. And he's only played for them this year. Actually, he's
Yeah,
only been there since the trade deadline.
he's looked good. And what's crazy is that when we first started talking about postseason and the Rangers, we talked about how we thought their pitching was going to be the one thing that cost them.
Yeah, I thought the bullpen was going to be much worse than it actually is.
I thought their starting rotation was just going to sell for them.
Yeah, but
Just,
now
like,
Scherzer's
nobody had
back on the
experience.
roster.
I think he pitches tonight, right?
I think they're off.
Is it
Are they
is
off
it
tonight?
tomorrow? Yeah, it should be tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's D-backs Phillies tonight. You're good.
But yeah, game one just went well, man. Houston just, I don't know what's up with them. Because, like, the pitching wasn't horrible in game one. Game two, different story. Game one, not that bad.
No, Verlander had a 1.42 ERA.
Yeah.
He looked just fine.
Yeah, 6.2 innings, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 5 Ks. There's not that much wrong with that. And Hector Neris and Abreu came in, just kind of shut it down. But the 2 runs were enough, surprisingly, against this Houston team that just simply couldn't hit.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, one of your biggest factors, Yordan Alvarez, was hitless with 3 Ks.
Yeah. Despite
guess it
that,
was-
he's still one of the best players on this team right now.
Is that lefty on lefty? I guess he just couldn't do it. Couldn't do it.
Yeah. Wait, you just say lefty on lefty? Justin
Jordan-
Verlander's right-handed.
Jordan Montgomery versus Yordan Alvarez.
Oh shit. I'm losing it.
Come on, man. You got that Seattle hat on. It makes you go stupid.
Yeah. Makes me forget that the Rangers and Astros exist.
Well, they're still playing. The Braves are not, so they do
Yeah,
exist.
and neither are the Mariners.
Yikes! All right, so game 2, Rangers
Much more
Astros.
exciting.
Yeah.
Texas 5, Houston 4. So Texas is up 2-0 now. And I'm gonna start with this. Adolis Garcia got hit by a pitch, lost balance, and did a cartwheel.
Dude, that was so funny.
That's
funny.
awesome. Nathan Eovaldi is great. He gave up 3 runs, but he still pitched a great game.
Yeah. Whenever a starter can go 6 innings in postseason
Yeah.
and have the lead,
Yeah.
you're
he
in good
had
shape.
no outs, bases loaded, and got out of it without giving up a run.
Yeah, he'll be just fine. And he had 9 Ks to add to his resume for that night.
Yeah. Josh Spores shutting it down again.
It was the same 3 pitchers.
Those are the 3 guys that are pitching the best, so I don't blame them.
They cannot those 3 cannot pitch because if you let the Astros see them so many times, it's going to come back and bite you in the ass.
Yeah, the only worrying part is Leclerc giving up 2 walks and pitching 24 pitches.
Yeah,
But then again, he faced 6 batters, so it's not that bad.
Chapman come in for 2 outs, give up a home run.
Yeah.
So mix it up a little bit in game 3. You're going back home. Let some homies pitch.
Yeah, Framber Valdez was abysmal.
Stonehead always sucks. Hey, dum, give me gum.
Every time you say that, it gets me. 2.2 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned runs, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts, and a home run, and also a fielding error that gave up a run.
Yeah.
The first
Let's just say this. If I'm the Astros, I'm not pitching him for the rest of the postseason. You lose to the Twins.
I don't blame you.
You lose to the Rangers. If he faces the Rangers again, you're probably going to lose.
Yeah. Jonah Heim got fucked on a strike call. He struck out on a horrible, non-reviewable foul tip into the glove where the catcher just trapped the ball on the ground. And they called him out. Stupid.
Sounds like Atlanta Philly, to be honest.
No, not really. That was a reviewable play, and there just wasn't enough evidence, and it was a catcher's interference, but whatever.
No, I'm not talking about that.
Oh, okay.
Just balls and strikes in general.
That's fair.
It's kind of brutal.
Yordan and Jose Abreu in the postseason in 46 at-bats are batting .304, have 16 RBIs and 9 home runs, while the rest of the Astros lineup combined in this postseason have 157 at-bats, a .210 average, 8 RBIs, and 4 home runs. These 2 players have double the rest of the lineup's RBIs.
Yeah, Altuve's batting 160 in the. Does it restart per series, right? Or
Yeah.
does it go throughout the whole
No, I think
postseason?
it's the whole postseason.
So he's batting 160 in the whole postseason.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Yeah, he sucks, dude. And Jeremy Pena, I think, has one extra base hit in the
Oh, I'm
entire
sorry.
postseason.
Kyle Tucker is batting .091.
Yeah. And only a 200 on base percentage.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah. Bad. Just bad.
Brutal. So no, it's going to be interesting because they're going back to Arlington
Yeah.
with a 2-0 lead. And let's see, it's best of 7, so it's first to win 4.
Yep.
So
I think Texas sweeps.
really,
Yeah.
I don't know how much trust I can put in Scherzer though. When he hasn't pitched in a minute.
Yeah, but we've seen him turn up in the playoffs before.
I don't know. I just you can never count the Astros out.
And who's going to pitch the next game for Houston?
It's looking like John Gray. Or no,
Javier?
that's for no, Javier's Wednesday against Scherzer. Yeah, it's Javier.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Javier Scherzer.
Okay.
Christian Javier has been good.
Yeah.
He had a great game against the Twins. I'm surprised they didn't make him the number 2.
Yeah. I think they were just trying to keep the rotation the same.
Well, Framber pitches better on the road.
True.
Than at home.
Yeah.
But no, I'm trying to see. Yeah, nothing's been determined for Game 4 yet.
Gotcha.
I would assume it's like John Gray. Oh, dude, who?
Jose Urquidy?
Probably.
That's not good.
Yeah, that's not great.
Actually, they can start Verlander.
Yeah.
So we might just see Verlander again for them, and if the Rangers are up 3-0, throw whoever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else for the ALCS so far?
Nah, I mean the Rangers look tough.
Yeah,
that
just to kind of
offense is
look
so
ahead, like for this one, I don't see a world where the Rangers lose, man.
Yeah, I mean, let's see. So Wednesday starts Game 3. They're back home. Then they play Thursday for Game 4.
Yeah.
And like, if needed, Friday, Game 5. So they have the next 3 at home. So they can drop one, still win 2, and win it at home.
Yeah. They're allowed to lose one home game now, which is nice.
I just don't think they will.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't think they will.
Yeah, so we might see the Rangers go back to the World Series here.
Yeah. Yeah. It'd be fucking crazy. Like right now, they haven't lost a game yet in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah.
They're about to break
7-0.
the record, I think. Because they're at 7. The record is the 2014 Royals at 8. 8 games straight with no losses. So if they sweep, they break the record. Crazy.
Yeah.
That's insane that nobody's ever swept their way all the way to the World Series.
Yeah, I mean, usually they're tougher matchups. Like you get the matchups like Braves, Phillies, and it's
well, I guess the Braves. No, the Braves in 2020 were they won 7 straight.
Yeah.
I think something like that.
2021.
Maybe. No, because 2021 we lost against the Brewers.
Yeah, that's right. I was trying to think.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, let's talk NLCS Game 1. Philly 5, Arizona 3. Arizona tried to make a comeback here, but it's just a Schwarber bomb to get it started. First pitch of the game off Zach Gallen.
That crowd was going insane.
Yeah, like that's all they need. You score 1 run in the first inning in front of that Philly crowd, you won the game.
Yeah, like his post-game interview, he was like, "Yeah, before the game started, the crowd like they weren't loud enough, so I figured I would just give him a jump start."
Yeah,
and I'm like, "What?
Insane!
You can do that on command?"
Yeah.
And after that, it was just a walk in the parks, and you got Bryce Harper who homered.
Yeah,
and then birthday boy.
Yeah, but Schwarber has now got the most postseason leadoff home runs in MLB history with 4.
Damn.
That's all time. Insane. Yeah, Harper hit the solo shot on his birthday to make it 2-0. Castellanos joined the party with a solo shot, make it 3-0. And those 3 solo shots made their last 10 runs scored by Philly all come from solo shots. Insane.
That's what killed the Braves. It's just we
Yeah,
kept giving up
solo
solo shots, and
shots.
the Braves lived or died by the home run ball, and in the postseason they died from it.
Yeah, definitely. And then Castellanos continues to go crazy, getting his another multi-home run game with another home run. He's now one of 2 players with 5 home runs in a 3-game span in the postseason. It's him and a guy that they literally call Mr. October, Reggie Jackson. That's good company to be in when it comes to the playoffs, is being in a category where it's just you and the guy that is literally Mr. of the month they play postseason baseball.
Yeah, it's hard not to root for Nick Castellanos.
Yeah,
Honestly.
it is. Other than that, he's kind of a dick. Like, he comes off as kind of a dick, at least to opposing fans.
He's actually a super nice guy.
Yeah, he seems like he's a pretty nice guy.
But
He looks like an asshole, I think, is
yeah,
his thing.
I think it's the hair.
Maybe.
Hair really.
I think it's
But
his
no.
whole face.
But if we look at this Phillies lineup so far in the postseason, Trey Turner, 500. Harper, 409. Real Muto, 269. Castellanos, 370. Brandon Marsh is batting 353
Yeah.
in the postseason. And he is your 8-hole. 8-hole. Right? 1, 2,
Who?
3, 4, 5, 6.
Castellanos
Yeah.
batting 7th.
No, Brandon Marsh.
Oh,
Brandon Marsh.
yeah, Brandon Marsh batting 8th.
Yeah, like, why is Castellanos batting so far down in the lineup?
Because they let the top 3 in the lineup score, and then you can just let Bohm get out. Stott might get on base. Realmuto might get on base, and then you got Castellanos.
Yeah. I mean, Rojas is just platooning with Pache at this point.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's really about it. Schwarber up the average to 172 after that home run shot. Granted, that's all he was good for that game.
Yeah. That's all he's good for every game is a home run. He also struck out. What a surprise.
I think what's good for this Phillies offense is that they're putting the ball in play. Like, you're going up against Zach Gallen and you only strike out 4 times.
Yeah, that's big.
Like, that's huge.
Yeah, battle of the Zachs here.
Yeah, but Zach Wheeler fucking shoved.
Yeah, until he started giving up those runs at the end.
Yeah, I mean, the 2-run shots at Perdomo that was a wall scraper.
Yeah, it was close.
But yeah, I mean, that Phillies bullpen is just, if the Phillies gets their bullpen with the lead, it's gonna be very hard to beat them.
Yeah, like I thought that, looking back at Game 4, you used Alvarado, you used Kimbrel pretty early. Like, they used a lot of really good players really early, but Kimbrel comes back out and continues to pitch the next inning, and then that sets up Soto to come in, and then he keeps on pitching, and it's like, okay, these guys can stretch. That's the issue.
Yeah.
It's not just like they come in, they pitch one good inning, they're done. It's like somebody gets in a pinch, you can bring in a guy and trust that he can get through 4 outs.
Yeah.
So they've got something, man. That's the concerning part for the Rangers. If the Rangers make the World Series, let's say they play the Phillies. When you look at the 2 bullpens, let's say if it's a tie ball game going into the 6th or the 7th, how am I going to trust the Rangers to win that game?
By the 3 guys who are pitching every game.
Yeah, but you had fucking Chapman gave up a solo shot, and like Leclerc kind of struggled a little bit too. Yeah, and that was against the Astros who can't even fucking hit right now.
Yeah, you're right. So, I don't know. The Phillies are definitely, I think, are the best team that are still alive right now.
Oh, yeah, by far.
I think without a doubt, they're the favorites to win the whole thing.
Yeah. Well, like we said, like That NLDS matchup was the decider of who's going to the World Series, especially in the NL. Like
Yeah.
that
I'm
was it.
sorry, D-backs, man. You're just too young right now.
They are. I think so.
They're gonna be good, just not right now. Like they are, they're good right now,
Yeah,
but
like the thing is like they have a pretty good mixture of young and experience. Like you got Corbin Carroll, and then you have guys like Ketel Marte and Tommy Pham, Christian Walker, guys who have been there, and then Gabriel Moreno, Lourdes Gurriel, who's kind of been there. He's kind of in the middle. And then Alec Thomas, who's young, and then Evan Longoria. Like they kind of balance each other out, but I think just comes down to like the pitching. You know, if Gallen isn't going to be great, like if your starting pitching isn't going to be good, it doesn't matter how good your bullpen is because their bullpen's great. Like
yeah,
outside of the guys that even pitched like last night, Paul Sewald's been shut down this postseason. Like guys like that have been pitching very well. You just gotta let like it's weird because everybody else seems like the bullpen is what we're looking at. For the Diamondbacks, the starting pitching is 100% the biggest issue.
yeah. It's very similar to what we thought it was going to be with the Rangers.
Yeah.
Rangers is just pitching in general.
Yeah.
I did not think Jordan Montgomery was going to be, their lights out
Yeah.
game one
Definitely
pitcher.
not.
But I don't know. We'll see. Because game two, we got Merrill Kelly versus Aaron Nola.
Oof. Okay.
It's going to be interesting. Kelly had a great outing against the Dodgers.
Yeah.
But
Oof.
I'm sorry, this is not the Dodgers.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, you want to fly out to Philly and catch the game tonight?
No, I'm good. I don't think they would be very welcoming.
I will say I would like to experience
You know they've
Red October.
oversold that stadium every game of the postseason.
That's probably why
the capacity is 42,000 something. They've been selling 45,000 every
standing
game.
room only.
Yeah,
That's probably why there was two guys on the roof watching the Braves game 4.
exactly.
But no, I want to experience Red October. I kind of like.
Yeah, like
I think it'd be so
you
much
can
fun.
just tell. Like I'm on ESPN right now, and for tonight's game, there's tickets at 224. Wednesday for Houston versus Texas, tickets at 116. The series goes to Arizona on Thursday. Tickets as low as $31.
Yeah, let's go to Arlington, bro.
Shit.
Yeah,
No, that's in Arizona.
Oh, you said Arizona. I thought you said
so
Texas.
Phillies Diamondbacks cost you $31 to get in the door. 5 p.m. on Thursday.
I guess they're just trying to fill the stadium.
Yeah.
But,
which is crazy.
Man,
they should be filling that stadium.
Yeah, dude. That
That's a
just
good-ass
tells
team.
you that Philly stadium, the bank is just a different breed.
It is, man. It is. It sucks that we have to deal with them every year.
Yeah, even outside of our division, when we get to the playoffs, we have to deal with them every fucking year.
It's worse than anything in the playoffs.
Yes.
All right, well, yeah, pitching matchup on tonight as we're recording. Merrill Kelly versus Aaron Nola. Any prediction that you want to just say right now that the people listening in the morning will think they'll judge you on?
Yeah, Phillies are going to win this one 10-1.
Oh, damn.
Aaron Nola's going to throw six innings, 1-run ball.
I think Aaron Nola's going to throw 6 2/3. He's going to give up a solo shot, and then they'll pull him out of the game. But the Phillies win 5-1.
5-1.
Yep.
I'm going 10-1. I mean, I just
Alec Boehm RBI double in this game.
Bryson Stott grand slam
again.
With my head up and out.
Like what is Alec Boehm hitting in this fucking postseason? Like 0?
I think he's like
fucking sucks,
I think he's like 208.
Let's see. Batting average. Alec Boehm batting clean 167.
Brutal.
And he has played in
every game.
All the games.
Every game.
Yeah. Bryson Stott's batting 208.
That's what it was.
But at least he's getting on base. Well, actually, he's getting on base less than Alec Boehm. Never mind.
It's all right. It's whatever.
All right, man. Let's talk college football.
About
Enough
damn
of the
time.
Phillies. Enough of the fucking
About damn
Phillies.
time.
Fuck them. Fuck the
Fuck the
fucking Phillies, man.
And how do you spell fuck, Grayson?
Phuck. Fuck them. But let's talk about college football.
Yes, sir.
It's about damn time that we
About
talk
damn time.
about Washington, Oregon. Number 7, Washington takes down number 8, Oregon, 36-33. Oregon
What a
could
game.
have fucking won. They had a 96.6 win probability with 2 minutes and 19 seconds left.
What a game. What a game.
Yeah, wow. Michael Penix. What did Desmond Howard say on College Game Day? He's bringing that big Penix energy multiple times in a row. And just ridiculous. He had like cheerleaders chanting it with him. It's awful.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like on paper, Oregon was the better team.
Yeah, it was just Dan Lanning's decision making.
Yeah. But no, like you had Bo Nix, 33 for 44, 337 passing yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
You had Bucky Irving, 22 carries, 127 yards with 1 touchdown. And then Troy Franklin, 8 catches for 154 yards and a touchdown.
Yep.
Like, that's phenomenal.
Yeah. I will say, Washington still missing Jalen McMillan in this game. Still were amazing. Jalen Polk had a good game, 6 receptions, 118, 1 touchdown. Rome Odunze doing his normal thing, 8 receptions, 128, 2 touchdowns, just keeping his plus, over 120 yards per game average up. Dylan Johnson had a great game, 20 carries, 100 yards, 1 touchdown, and Michael Penix brought the big Penix energy. 302, 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Yeah, the 4 touchdowns is great.
Yeah. Honestly, you can relate to this. There's no better feeling than watching a good lefty quarterback.
Yeah. Like, I'm sorry. It's just beautiful work.
Yeah, it is.
It's just something about the way they move.
Yeah, man. Insane. But yeah, like this game all comes down to Dan Lanning going for it on 4th down multiple times and not getting it.
Yeah. Agreed. But overall, this is a type of game you would expect from 7 versus 8.
Oh yeah, like this is a instant classic. Like these two teams are gonna be rivals in the Big Ten next year. 100%. Like it is already kind of a rivalry. The Cascade Clash, I believe they call it. Look, it's just 2 great teams, and Kalen DeBoer just simply outcoached Dan Lanning in this game. Is how I see it.
Yeah, and this is going to look great for Michael Penix's Heisman chase.
Yes, in which he is now the far and away leader in odds.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say that because we're going to talk about it later.
Yes,
about that poorly played game.
Yeah. Here, I'll give you a hint. Dylan Gabriel's 2nd, and he had a bye week.
Yeah, I'll give you a hint. Caleb Williams probably still isn't 3rd.
No, it's J.J. McCarthy. Some fucking, I don't know how.
What?
And then Jordan Travis. Crazy.
That's
the Michigan dick riding's crazy. I didn't say nothing, man. All right, next upset. That wasn't an upset. Next big game, but it was also an upset. Number 21, Notre Dame, the Fighting Irish, just bent over USC and fucked them.
Yeah, what the fuck?
48-20. And I'm starting to hear some whisperings. Is Lincoln Riley a fraud? He's like 72-12. I'm not saying he's a fraud, but
is Caleb Williams a fraud?
Maybe 3 picks in the first half.
All I know is that he can kiss his Heisman chance goodbye after this game.
You see that fucking fan that ran on the field and yelled in his face?
Yeah, that was just a horrible fucking game, man.
Yeah. Like, once again, Notre Dame's offense. Sorry, I don't know what the fuck. I did a yawn. Notre Dame's offense, wasn't that great, but it just worked.
Yeah, it's because we're seeing a trend here, Grayson.
Yeah.
If your quarterback throws 3 picks, the opposing offense does not have to do a lot of work.
See it on Saturdays and Sundays.
Yeah, it's
Desmond Ridder, you fucking suck. Uh,
Yeah, I don't want Caleb Williams.
Me neither.
Keep him out of Atlanta. Let's get Jordan Travis up there in ATL.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Psych. Give me Jaden Daniels.
Fuck Jane Daniels, dude. He's gonna die before he ends the season. Dude's getting pile driven week by week. Yeah, USC just turned the ball over a lot. 3 picks, 2 fumbles. Like, Jesus.
Yeah, it was just brutal.
Yeah.
Absolutely brutal.
Why do you do that? You do that like once an episode. You switch to this accent of
I don't
nothing.
know.
I don't think it is an
I don't know.
accent.
I think in my head how the fuck USC loses by 28 to Notre Dame, who just got whooped up by Louisville.
Yeah.
So does that mean Louisville's better than USC?
Well, that means Pitt is better than USC because Pitt beat Louisville.
And wait, didn't Miami beat Pitt?
Maybe.
So wouldn't
Yeah.
that mean Georgia Tech's better than USC?
Which means Bowling Green is better than USC.
All right, we're not going down this fucking path.
I'm just saying.
Oh,
All right. Yeah, look, this game's just Caleb Williams sucks. Sam Hartman is decent enough to win a football game.
Yeah,
Audric Estime is a beast.
yeah, he looked good.
Yeah. Also, surprise, it's hard to play in South Bend on a Saturday night.
It is prime time. Prime time in South Bend's tough.
Yeah, man. It is not fucking easy being around all those Catholics late at night.
They're praying for you while you're trying to
Yeah.
rush a touchdown.
All right. Loser alert. Number 12, UNC, 41. Number 25, Miami, 31. They still suck. Nothing changed
Yeah.
after last week. They still suck.
Van Dyke looked good though.
He did. I'll give him that. The 2 picks is tough, but 391 and 4 touchdowns is crazy. Drake May finally having a very good performance. 273 yards, 4 touchdowns. Marion Hampton still ungodly. 24 carries, 197 yards, and a touchdown.
That's ridiculous.
Tez Walker made his season debut, and oh my God, 6 receptions, 132 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
That's
unfair. It really is.
That's crazy.
But
dude,
Miami had some good performances as well. Henry Parrish, 13 carries, 73 yards. Jacoby George, love that name. 6 receptions, 125 yards and a tud. Xavier Restrepo, 11 receptions, 96 yards, 2 touchdowns. Brashard Smith, 3 receptions, 90 yards, 1 touchdown. These guys played good, man.
Just not as good as the Tar Heels.
Yeah. Yeah. I think when it came down to it, it was just, the clinical ability. Coming out in that second half and just fucking running it through their ass.
Yeah, that third quarter was tough for the Hurricanes.
Oh, yeah. Fine by me. I fucking hate them. But I'd also like to see North Carolina lose some games.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Now that Louisville's not, undefeated anymore, it's looking like North Carolina, Florida State, and they're not going to play each other until the championship game. I don't like that.
Yeah, I was about to say, UNC, if anybody's going to keep Florida State from making top 4, it's going to be UNC.
Yeah, man. That's why it scares me. Just kind of in general, like, good game for UNC. Honestly, not a bad game for Miami. They just got outplayed.
Both defenses just looked awful.
Yeah, definitely. Like, Miami did get 5 sacks, which is pretty good. Cameron Kitchens is great still. I think I picked him as one of my top defensive players in the ACC.
Yeah.
Cameron Kitchens. I think I remember that. Yeah, he played great. Not really much else to talk about here. It was just a fun game to watch. The late slate on Saturday was fantastic.
Yeah. Except for I'd rather move on and talk about them Beavers.
Oh, yeah. Colin loves a good Beaver. Number 15, Oregon State, 36. Number 18, UCLA, 24.
Oh, man.
What Beaver do you want to talk about first?
DJ.
Uangalele.
I was about to say, I'm not even going to try to
Oh,
pronounce
man, I
that
got you.
last name. Ex-baseball player, man, looking great.
I think you've brought that up the last, 3 weeks.
Every time we talk about him, I bring it up.
I know. Yeah, Damian Martinez, great game on the ground. 15 carries, 90 yards. And
Very efficient.
Silas Bolden and Anthony Gould both having great games. 5 receptions, 87 yards, 1 touchdown for Silas, 7 receptions, 87 yards for Anthony Gould. And Jack Vealing, 3 receptions, 83 yards, 2 touchdowns. Just
Beautiful
everybody
work.
getting their work in, man. Like, DJ didn't really have to throw the ball all that much. They really didn't have to run that many plays in general.
I wonder what the correlation is here, Grayson.
3 interceptions by true freshman Dante Moore. Who would have guessed?
Sorry.
Interesting.
Yeah, so like I said, we're starting to see a common trend here.
Yeah, you put your team in bad field position. Well, also, one of those picks was pick 6. Dante Moore's had 3 straight games with a pick 6. So, if you live in a gambling state, who does UCLA play next week? Let's see. They play Stanford, who just beat Coach Prime in Colorado on Friday, which I didn't put on here. I don't know why. But
yeah, because no one cares about Coach Prime in the Colorado.
Yeah, bro, they're kind of falling off. Honestly, like the TV ratings are way down.
Overrated.
But yeah, take Stanford defense anytime touchdown score. I'm sure it'll be like plus 3,500 next week. Carson Steele was great, running back. So was Colin Schlee. But Carson Steele, 22 carries, 110 yards, and a touchdown. Colin Schlee, 6 carries, 80 yards. TJ Harden had a rushing touchdown as well. But UCLA just wasn't enough. I don't know why I keep yawning. I can't stop.
Man, what the fuck?
I apologize, man. It's my bad.
Yeah, don't apologize to me. Apologize to our viewers.
No, I'm going to apologize to Oregon State's leading tackler, Easton Mascarenhas-Arnold. Sick name.
Very, very sick name.
Yep. I'm loving the names today.
Yeah, there's a lot of good names out there.
Oh, yeah, man. Like Sione.
Mamas, keep doing what you're doing.
Sione Lolohea. Sione Lolohea.
I like it.
I don't know. I watched this game, but I didn't have the sound on. So I don't know any of these fucking names. Yeah, man. Oregon State's good, man. Jonathan Smith, their head coach, really turned it around in his time there. He made it to 500 all time, and it's pretty impressive because they started 9-22 with Jonathan Smith, and he's now 32-32. Pretty impressive.
That's solid.
Yeah, shout out head coach Jonathan Smith, getting it done for him. Yeah, let's move on to the next one. Arizona with a little bit of an upset. Hit the upset button.
Pumpkin.
Okay. You fucking ruined it, man. Unranked Arizona, 44. Number 19, Wazoo, 6.
Yeah, what?
What the
Cameron Ward just looked like shit.
Cam Ward has done nothing the last 2 weeks. It's crazy because, like, after, like, week 4, I was like, shit, this guy might win Heisman.
You were high on Wazoo.
Yeah. Arizona, though, all of a sudden, coming out here fucking beating up on some teams that maybe they shouldn't be. Like, they played USC and Washington close 2 weeks in a row, and then they come out and just eat up on Wazoo.
Noah Fafita. Is that how you say his last name?
I believe so. I think it's something close to that.
I don't know. 34 for 43 for 342.
Yeah, didn't throw a touchdown, which is crazy.
Didn't need to.
Yeah, because Jonah Coleman was punching him in, dude. He had 3.
And then Rashawn Luke and then DJ Williams each had 1. So they had 5 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, 5 rushing touchdowns, no passing touchdowns.
That is insane.
Crazy.
But the impressive thing is that Arizona's quarterback only got sacked 1 time.
Yeah.
1 sack in college is crazy.
Yeah,
usually you're seeing like 6 to 7.
Depends on the offensive line, but yeah, for the most part. And Tyler Loop, 3 for 3 kicking 5 for 5 on the extra points. Just
Yeah,
domination.
there's not really a topic to talk about besides just a blowout
Yeah,
for
if you want to
Arizona.
know why Arizona won, go look at the scoring breakdown. That's it. You score a touchdown and a field goal in 3 straight quarters, and then you cap it off with 2 touchdowns in 1 quarter. You're probably going to win the football game.
Yeah,
Especially if you
probably.
only give up 6 points. Breaking news. If you score more than your opponent, you win. Let's talk about Pitt, man.
Unless you're in soccer and then you draw.
Not if you score more points than the other team. You just simply win.
Ugh. All right, we're good.
The fuck was that? Did you just pull that out of your dick?
No, I jammed 2 pins
Oh,
together.
because it looked like you pulled that out of your penis.
Hey,
I'm just
watch
pointing
your
it out.
mouth. There's children on here. Builds character.
Yeah. All right, next game though. Pitt 38, number 14, formerly undefeated Louisville Cardinals 21. Pitt getting the upset here. They look great on the ground, I guess. I don't know why the fuck they won. I'm going to be honest.
I don't know. I
It's
didn't
probably
watch this game.
Sibo Flemister.
I didn't watch this game because I didn't feel like I needed to watch this game.
I didn't either, but I did have a feeling that Louisville would lose.
To Pitt?
Yeah. I just like Louisville being undefeated, Pitt looks like shit, like seems right.
I guess. I don't know. It's just weird because Jack Plummer still had a great game besides the 2 picks.
Yeah. Problem was,
But
I'm pretty sure they threw a pick 6.
probably.
Yeah. MJ Devonshire. 1 interception, 86 yards for a touchdown.
Damn, so it was a red zone pick too.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I'm enamored by the names on Pitt. I keep getting distracted by names, but C''Bo Flemister is awesome.
I like Bub Means.
Yeah, dude, that was the next one I was going. Gavin Bartholomew.
Kanata Mumpfield.
Yeah, dude.
It's like, these are great.
Philip O'Brien Jr.
Yeah, that's great.
Solomon DeShields. Oh my God. Shout out Pitt with the fucking names, bro.
Bam Brema.
Hell yes. Cruz Brookins.
Yeah.
Yes, dude. These are some fucking names. Caleb Junko, the punter.
One day we're just going to have an episode where we just break down all the rosters in a certain division and we just talk names.
Louisville, their kicker and punter, Brock Travelstead.
Oh, wow.
Dual threat.
I bet he missed a field goal.
Yeah. They got any other good names? I don't even know how to say that.
Storm Duck.
Oh, no way. Oh my God. 6 total tackles for Storm Duck. Holy shit. What a fucking matchup this was, dude. Jamari Thrash, the leading receiver, 9 receptions, 120 yards.
Dude, I would have loved to hear Storm Duck.
Oh my God.
Takes down Bub Means.
Yeah.
Oh,
what a matchup. I don't even care about the rest of that game. Just the names were fucking awesome.
Who we got next?
Next game is awesome. Missouri, 38. Number 24, Kentucky, 21. Both these teams
I called it.
Coming off some losses. Wow.
I said Missouri was legit this year.
Yeah, man. They're good. It's making Brock look very wrong from what he said over the summer, where he said Missouri is going to be the punching bag of the SEC.
Ah, man. That's all Vandy.
Quite the opposite. They look amazing. Brady Cook looked pretty good. Didn't really have to do all that much, honestly. This offense just kind of ran itself.
Yeah. What is it? Luke, is that the punter throwing a touchdown?
Yeah, Luke Bauer actually he had more passing yards than Iowa on Saturday.
Oh no.
His 39 passing yards and 1 touchdown was better than Iowa, who was 6 for 14 for 37 passing yards.
Yo, Grayson, look at the wide receiver for Missouri.
Theo Weiss Jr.
No,
Or are you
fourth
talking
one.
about Mookie Cooper? That's a good one too. So is Brett Norfleet.
Drayden Norwood.
Luther Burden III, dude. Oh my god. These
Bro,
fucking names are amazing. Jordan Dingle. For Kentucky.
we're just turning this into a name podcast.
That's fine, dude. It's just guys naming dudes.
Yeah, this is what a
Are you trying to say
great.
that Kentucky running back's name? I was
I'm
looking at
not
that
even. I'm not even gonna try it.
one.
Nah.
All right,
Yeah,
enough naming dudes. Look, Missouri
yeah.
looked so fucking good in this game.
Missouri's legit.
Yeah, man. Like the 17 points in the second quarter after giving up 2 touchdowns in the first, you take the lead going into halftime. That's a big confidence booster. But the 18 points in the fourth quarter was amazing.
Yeah, it's like how it just shows you that they were this close to beating LSU.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could be undefeated right now.
Yeah. They definitely could.
But they're going into a hard part of their schedule. They got South Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, Florida, and Arkansas.
Yeah.
So,
I think Georgia and Tennessee are going to be the biggest tells of what this team really is. They've already made a bowl game. They've won 6 games. They're in a bowl game. So
I think they can beat South Carolina.
I think so. Yeah. They're good,
I think
man.
they can beat Arkansas.
Yeah.
They can beat Florida, definitely.
Who's their head coach? Is it Eli Drinkwitz? Is that right?
Yeah, it's still Drinkwitz.
Okay. Yeah, he's doing a great job.
Yeah, fantastic.
And for Kentucky, like they're not bad. They just Devin Leary just doesn't he's in every other game he has not had to throw the ball and they've been successful. You know, outside of Georgia obviously last week, but this game they made him throw the ball a lot more and it obviously hurt them. So, you know, Missouri kind of figured something out on how to hurt this Kentucky offense. Just make him throw the ball. Like Ray Davis still had his way in the running game, 20 carries, 128 yards, but when you can stop, you know, when you can force Devin Leary to make mistakes, you're going to look pretty good.
Yeah. I don't know. It's going to be interesting because if Georgia wins or if Missouri wins out, how high are they going to jump up in them rankings?
They're not beating Georgia, I don't think.
Hey.
Actually, Brock Bowers is out.
Brock Bowers is out.
Yeah. Speaking of, Georgia beat Vandy 37-20. Brock Bowers is the story this week. Brock Bowers gets hurt on an end around, right?
I think.
Yeah. Gets his ankle caught up, and he's going to be out 4 to 6 weeks while he recovers from the surgery he had. I'm interested. This is going to be Mike Bobo's test as the play caller.
Yeah.
Because everybody was already mad at him. Then he started figuring it out. Brock Bowers is out, and I don't know what he's going to do. Because, like, Dijon Edwards had a great game, 20 carries, 146 yards, and a touchdown. Cash Jones had a good game. Kendall Milton had a decent game. Carson Beck didn't have that bad of a game outside of the pick, but this is not the caliber of team. Yeah, and this team is, you know, this Vandy team's not very good this year. I thought they'd be much better. They're not good. So, like, there's going to be a lot more teams on your schedule that are a much higher caliber, and you should be beating teams like this by way more. I get that Brock Bowers went out. You got to kind of write a whole new playbook in that case. But I think they should have still played much better.
Yeah, I mean, you got Florida, Missouri, Ole Miss, Tennessee, Georgia Tech to round out your schedule.
Yeah.
That Florida through Tennessee stretch without Brock Bowers is going to be tough.
Yeah. Luckily, like Oscar Delp isn't bad. Their backup tight end.
Bobo's just going to have to
West
utilize
Forsyth High School, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Bobo's just going to have to utilize Ladd McConkey more and truly use him as a wide receiver one.
Agreed. Like, I want to see a lot more targets to Ra Thomas as well.
Yeah.
I think he deserves it.
It's going to be interesting, you know? And, you know, Lovett needs to stay hot.
Yep.
And then also get Marcus Rosemary Jack Saint involved. Like, he had 1 catch that game.
Yeah, that shouldn't happen. He should get way more targets.
Yeah.
Especially if Brock's out for, like, half the game.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's going to be interesting, but this Georgia Vandy game was way too close.
Definitely. Definitely
Like
too close.
That Georgia defense should not give up 20 to Vanderbilt.
No,
Like,
not at
come
all.
on.
But number 2, Michigan, just shit stomping Indiana. I think they went down 7-0 to start the game and then scored 52 points unanswered.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, because Michigan didn't score the whole first quarter.
Yeah. And then scored 21 in the second, 17 in the third, and 14 in the fourth.
Yeah.
But somehow J.J. McCarthy went 14 for 17 for 222 yards, and he's a bigger favorite for Heisman than Jordan Travis. Riddle me
Oh
that.
man. Riddle me that, Batman.
I get that he
uh,
threw 3 touchdowns, but like this wasn't. That's the problem with Michigan is that none of their wins are impressive. They
yeah,
don't play anybody.
they're just beating the easy teams. Like, look, listen, hear me out, Gray. Ready? East Carolina,
Ass,
UNLV,
ass,
Bowling Green.
ass. They beat Georgia Tech, but ass.
Hey, but Bowling Green's better than USC, right?
That's true.
Rutgers,
Ass,
Nebraska,
ass. Way
Minnes-
worse.
Minnesota,
Ass comparatively to Michigan.
Indiana.
Hot ass.
Next week they have Michigan State.
Might be worse.
Michigan State's last in the East.
Yeah.
And then they have Purdue, who's going to be last in the West.
Yeah.
And then finally their
Yeah.
last 3 games are Penn State, Maryland, Ohio State.
Yeah.
So those are going to be the real tests.
True.
But no, Michigan is just. I can see why now they're not jumping Georgia because they're just not playing anybody.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
have like literally the easiest schedule of all time.
They always fucking do. Michigan always plays an easy ass schedule.
Yeah,
You never see them play like a good team to start the season. You know, they don't do any home and aways with good teams ever. It's crazy.
If anyone named Andrew is listening to this podcast,
Or Dylan.
or Dylan,
Or anybody else from Michigan that's a Michigan fan.
I'm not gonna name him because I get in a lot of trouble. He's tall. He's bald.
I'm lost.
You ever seen You ever seen the TV show Suits?
Yeah.
What's that guy's name?
Which one?
The one who works for the company.
Harvey?
Yes.
Spectre.
Yeah, but
Gotcha.
you get who I'm trying to say now.
Yeah, you're talking about Jim Harbaugh. Yeah, that threw me off. I don't even know what we were talking about. Yeah, Michigan stomped them. Indiana fucking sucks. Next is Ohio State. Shit stomping a team that we mentioned as being the worst in the West. Purdue. 41-7. Wow, what a surprise. Ohio State won the game. Kyle McCord played okay. 276, 3 touchdowns.
Marvin Harrison played great. 6 receptions, 105 yards, and 1 touchdown.
Yeah, I think they were missing, I can't remember the guy's name, Henderson for Ohio State.
Running back?
Yeah, Travion Henderson. Is that right?
Trayvon Henderson?
Yeah, something like that. He was out of this game. Oh, good name alert. Devin Mockabee. 110 yards rushing for Purdue.
I like that. It's a great name.
Good name. Good name. Any other good names? Mershawn Rice. Good name.
Oh, what's the Yanni Karlaftis?
Oh, yeah, dude, that's George Karlaftis' brother.
Oh, actually?
Yeah. I would assume because George Karlaftis, I'm pretty sure, went to Purdue.
OC Brothers.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's good.
Oh, dude, they have great names. Jeffrey
Yeah,
Imba.
they do have some good names on Purdue. Like Mo Omanode.
I like
Corday Sidnor.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Caleb Crockover.
These are good names.
Great names.
Yeah. Ohio State has good names as well, but they're better at football, so we don't have to talk about their names. All right, let's move on. Final game of the top fours matchups. Florida State, the Noles, just squeeze the orange. Squeeze them to death. Syracuse 3, Florida State 41. Jordan Travis making easy work of this defense. 23 for 37, 284, 1 touchdown. Just utter domination. Absolutely absurd. Lawrence Toafili had a great game on the ground, 7 carries, 93 yards, and a touchdown. Keon Coleman with that grab on the opening drive. Just unbelievable. Colin, I know you were frozen there for a minute, but we're talking about the Florida State game, in case you couldn't hear me.
Dude, my shit just like disconnected and like froze everything.
No worries. Yeah, Keon Coleman's catch on that first drive was
oh my,
like nothing I have seen before. Insane.
Yeah,
Absolutely insane.
ridiculous.
That is some shit that you can't let happen.
But no, he took over that game. 9 receptions for 140 yards and a touchdown.
And he had like a 72-yard punt return. Crazy.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, Jaheim Bell had a great game, 4 receptions, 87 yards. Hakeem Williams had 1 reception, 44 yards for a touchdown. No Johnny Wilson in this game, but they still looked fantastic. And Syracuse just sucked. Garrett Schrader was ass. Carlos Del Rio Wilson was ass. LaQuint Allen was ass. Actually, he wasn't. I can't even say that. I
was say he had a great game.
He had a great game. Everybody else just sucked, and it kind of fucked him over. When your leading receiver has 2 receptions for 37 yards, there's an issue.
Let's look on the bright side. Do they have any good names?
Marlowe Wax.
And Anwar Sparrow.
Solid.
That's fire.
Not many other good ones, though.
Nah. No, yeah, that's pretty ass. But no, FSU's just staying clean.
Yeah, man. They look
undefeated,
great.
Dominant.
Those are the kind of performances you'd like to see out of top teams.
Yeah.
And not that it's any better than Ohio State or Michigan's performances, but I don't know.
I think Syracuse, could beat Purdue and Indiana on any given day.
Probably. They did start off the season 4-0, in case people forget.
Yeah.
All right. Any other games? I get Penn State beat UMass 63-0. We don't have to talk about anything else that happened in that game. That happened, though.
What about the upset of Oklahoma State, Kansas? Kansas goes down.
Yeah, Kansas
39-32. Kansas's quarterback threw for 410 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, holy shit.
But then also that game between Tennessee and A&M.
Yeah, Tennessee, close win.
Great
don't think you'll get away with it just because I didn't put you on the prep sheet, Colin. Alabama sneaks by Arkansas, 24-21.
Alabama had a great first half. First half.
And then all we
just didn't show up.
Jalen Milroe continues to get sacked at an alarming rate.
Yeah, dude, our O-line is like, for us to have such a tall and heavy O-line, they can't move. They suck.
They're too pliable.
Yeah, we're starting to see a little bit more consistency from Jace McClellan, though.
Yeah, that is nice.
16 carries, 83 yards. And then Roydell Williams, 7 carries, 68 yards.
Yeah.
And then, check out this name, Jam Miller.
Dude, Kobe Prentice is a fantastic name, and he had a good-ass game.
Amari Nyblack.
Yeah, that's a good name, too.
Yeah, I was look at our passing.
Quandarius Robinson.
Look, Kobe Prentice, 2 receptions, 93 yards. Jermaine Burton, 2 receptions, 60 yards. Amari Nyblack, 2 receptions, 43 yards. Jalen Milroe only completed 10 passes this game.
Yeah. Okay, well, I have to ask this question then. Does Alabama have too good of names to be good at football?
No.
I don't know. They have some good-ass names on this defense. Quandarius Robinson. Tresman Marshall.
Yeah, man.
They're Jamarian Latham.
Jaheim Otis.
Obviously, Kool-Aid McKinstry leads the pack. Justin
Nah, bro.
Jefferson. That's where he's
Ken,
at. He's not hurt. He's just playing for Bama.
yeah, our punter James Burnip.
Yeah. Yep. I've come to the conclusion. You guys have too good of names to be good at football.
No, we just need a lefty quarterback, and then we're fine.
Facts. That would help. You guys need Mike Vick.
Yikes!
Oh,
Yo, look, AJ Green's on Arkansas
damn.
receiving. He caught one pass for -5 yards.
Sick. Good work, AJ. All right. Let's talk about the new AP poll. Why don't we?
Yeah,
Not too much shifts at the top, but some big movers nonetheless. We start off, the whole top four is the same. Who cares? Georgia number 1, Michigan number 2, Ohio State 3, Florida State 4. Nobody moves. Hands up. Nobody moves. Number 5, Washington makes the jump up. They move up 2 spots. They jump
as they
Oklahoma. They jump Oklahoma, who was on a bye, but that means they also jump Penn State, who won 63-0. I think Penn State should be higher than Oklahoma. I know Oklahoma has the big win against Texas, but why should Penn State drop when they beat a team like that?
while Oklahoma was on the couch.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I do like Washington at 5 after that win.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm totally down for that. Yeah, Oklahoma at 6, Penn State at 7, Texas moves up 1 to 8. Oregon drops down only 1 spot to 9, which is fine. I don't hate that. I think North Carolina probably has a case to be higher than Oregon now. But then again, high-ranked loss, while North Carolina hasn't gotten a ton of ranked wins, is fine. But North Carolina comes in at 10. They move up 2 spots because they're undefeated still. Alabama stays at 11. It's 6-1. Oregon State moves up 3 spots to 12. Ole Miss stays the same at 13. I think they're on a bye. Utah moves up 2 to 14. Notre Dame moves up 6 with their win over USC, despite having 2 losses to number 15, while Duke only moved up 1 spot to 16. I think that's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's definitely weird.
And Tennessee, 5-1, number 17. USC, that makes sense. They've won a lot of close games, and then they lose a blowout. You're going to drop quite a bit. They drop 8 spots to 18. LSU still has 2 losses, and they're still in the top 25. I'm just saying. They move up 3 spots. Why? Couldn't tell you. Missouri sits still at 20. Or no, they make it back into the top 25 at 20. Louisville drops 7 spots with that first loss of the season. And Air Force makes it in, a team I talked about last week possibly making it in. Tulane makes it in, another team I talked about making it in. Iowa makes it in, despite having literally number 133 of 133 in points for in college football. I am not kidding. That in the entire FBS, they are last in offense.
Oh, God.
Yeah. They're the worst. UCLA drops to number 25, drops 7 spots with their second loss. That's the top 25. I can tell you're looking something up for Iowa, I would assume.
Yeah, I'm just looking at their schedule.
They suck, dude. But they're probably going to go like 11-1.
Dude, what? The schedule is awful.
They're going to play in the fucking Big Ten championship game.
They beat Wisconsin 15-6.
Yeah, I know.
And Wisconsin's horrible.
Yeah. Like I told you, man, sicko football.
Yeah, that's...
Imagine watching a full fucking Iowa game.
Couldn't be me. Even if Bama played them in a bowl game.
Dude, the offensive coordinator is the head coach's son, and he told him if you don't average 25 points per game, you're going to get fired.
It's funny.
I think that's a good way to do it, though.
Yeah,
I don't really have a lot of comments on this. Like, yeah, Penn State probably shouldn't be number 7, considering they've been one of the most dominant teams, but they also haven't played any good teams yet. I
It's a
think
pretty
Penn,
solid
honestly,
list.
Penn State's entire season is just waiting for Ohio State and Michigan.
Yeah, and we'll talk about that here just a minute.
100% we will. But yeah, just nothing else that I'm really seeing here that's too insane, too crazy here on the top 25. So yeah, let's get into next week's bet. Oh my God. Let's get
This
into
week's
next week's best matchups.
there you go.
Colin, get it started.
Penn State, Ohio State.
Yeah,
Easy.
for sure.
And in Columbus, a noon game. We saw it didn't work out for Maryland.
Yeah, noon at the Horseshoe.
Let's see what Penn State's got cooking. Number 3 versus number 7. This how's this not a primetime game?
I don't know. I feel like that. Honestly, it might help Penn State though.
Oh, you guys got the primetime game, right?
Yes,
7:30?
we do. Well, that's on ABC. Penn State, Ohio State's on Fox. But yeah, that's my first game. Florida State, Duke. In Tallahassee, Duke number 16, Florida State number 4, undefeated, a 14-point favorite. And I don't want to say this stat, but I'm gonna. I genuinely don't want to bring this up. Seminoles are 21-0 all time against the Blue Devils. I don't like that. I don't like it at all.
Uh-oh.
Because this is
Riley Leonard.
one of the best Duke teams we've ever seen.
Yeah. Riley Leonard might got something cooking.
Yeah, if he's healthy.
Yeah, if he doesn't play, y'all are chilling.
I don't know. Their defense is very good.
Yeah, but all right, moving on. You got Utah, USC.
Yeah,
14 versus 18.
Air Force, Navy. Even though Air Force is going to beat their ass.
Yeah.
Obviously, Tennessee, Alabama's good.
Let's see. South Carolina, Missouri.
Yep, that's a good one, even though South Carolina kind of sucks.
Yeah, but it'd be a good test for
Texas,
Missouri.
Houston. Not bad.
Ole Miss, Auburn.
Yeah.
That's a night game at Jordan Hare.
Yep. Michigan, Michigan State. Utah, USC is big for both of these teams.
Yeah. Heck, you even got Clemson, Miami.
Yeah, that one's big.
That's really about it.
Yeah, it's not the best week, but it's highlighted by some great matchups.
Yeah. Like Duke, FSU.
Yeah.
Utah, USC, and then you have Ohio State, Penn State.
Yep. If you're looking for some good football on Thursday, you don't want to watch whatever the fuck the Thursday night game is this week. James Madison versus Marshall. Great matchup. James Madison wiping the floor with the Herd. I guarantee it. After watching James Madison play against Georgia Southern, I think James Madison should be 15 in the country. They're good, man. They're fucking good. James Madison's amazing. Let's see, any other unranked games? Not much. Not a lot of good unranked matchups. Ooh, this is a horrible fucking week. This week is bad.
Yeah, it's not great.
TCU, Kansas State. That's a good game. A rematch of last year's Big 12 championship game. Go ahead and there's not a lot of good games. You're right about Clemson, Miami. That one's a good one. Georgia State versus Louisiana. Watch that one.
And that's about it.
Yeah, there ain't much. I can assure you of that. So watch the good ones, honestly. Don't watch any of those games that I just said. The past minute, don't trust what I just said. They're not actually good games. I was like, this team has a good record. This team has a good record. You should watch this game. I don't believe that. I don't endorse anything that past me just said in the last 2 minutes. But I will say that it's time for us to stake our claim. It's how it take time. Colin, who would you like to go first?
Start us off, Gray.
All right, I will. I hate to say it. Phillies are winning the World Series.
I should have went first.
Yeah, the Phillies are going to win the World Series.
Okay.
Do you know
Mine's very
why? I think you know why I'm saying this.
yeah. Tell me why you're saying
Yeah, the Phillies are going to win the World Series.
it. Oh yes, we love to hear it. All right,
Yep.
just to combine because
Go Bryce Harper.
mine's very similar. Mine is Nick Castellanos is going to be your World Series MVP.
Why?
Because why not?
All right, fair enough. It sounds like we're mad at the Phillies, if anything.
Do I have a target with Bryce Harper, Trey Turner, and Nick Castellanos' face right above it with an axe in it? Yeah.
But they're going to win the World Series.
And Castellanos is going to be a World Series MVP. The man's just on a home run tear right now.
Yeah, he is.
RBI galore.
Yeah.
It's just.
Hopefully he's not on an ACL tear.
You're wrong for that, man. You are wrong. Absolutely crazy. Man puts on a Seattle hat and thinks he's got jokes.
Yeah, man. I fucking love this hat. It's pretty sick.
Yeah, it's great.
It's a great hat. All right, guys. What the fuck are you doing?
Oh, sorry.
We're not done.
There's nothing on. It's not on.
I know it's not on. I'm not stupid. All right, guys. I think that's gonna do it for us. Catch us on Monday next week. Me and Colin on Monday next week.
Stay tuned.
It's gonna be an interesting one because we're gonna watch all the games and then we're gonna get on here and we're just gonna spew some bullshit at you like every other week, but it'll be on time.
And live reactions for Sunday Night Football.
Exactly. You're going to get our live reactions to everything that happens in... What the fuck is the Sunday Night Football game?
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm trying to look it up too.
I am doing that right now. Oh! Dolphins-Eagles. That's going to be a good one.
Yeah,
You're not going to want to miss our instant reactions to that one.
What a game. What a game to start us off.
Yeah, and... What a fucking week for there to be 6 fucking buys.
Oh. So yeah, y'all stay tuned because it's going to be real interesting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It is going to be interesting. Nonetheless, I'll be back here on Friday, as always, with Luke. And Colin, we'll see you next week. But for the first time, on a Monday. Don't worry. Don't worry. On Sunday, I'll post a reminder. The episode will come out on Monday. Don't worry about that. And you'll get the official announcement on social media of the scheduling update, and everything will be updated for you there. And if you didn't even know that our social media existed, you're kind of out of the loop. And you should probably, if you're on YouTube, you should like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications. And then you should go to our I don't even know where it is on YouTube. It's on our channel banner on YouTube. You can click the link tree on the channel banner, and you can find all of our social media platforms, which is going to take you to Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, everything else that's on there. I don't even know what all's on there, and I'm the one that made it. But it's going to take you there. And then you're going to go to that podcast platform or the one that you're already on. You're going to follow us. You're going to rate 5 stars. And you're just going to keep listening to the episodes, guys. You're going to join that subreddit. I might lose my mind if that thing doesn't get any people in it. Because at this point, it's a running joke that thing even exists. It is. Like, I haven't even... It's not even on the link tree. I'm doing a bad job with that. That's my fault.
You need me to create a fake account and start commenting on it?
No.
Okay.
All right. I think that's going to do it for us, guys. Thank you guys for listening. Hopefully you guys are super excited for the new Monday episodes and the new schedule. And Colin, anything else for the people?
Have a great day.
Thanks, man. We'll see y'all later. Peace.
Bye.